Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Yes, we live. Mizzle Social Corner. How everyone's doing? All right, wait till a little bit more people come in. Hopefully, y'all had a great Easter weekend. Enjoyed yourself. I know I did. I was eating, enjoying myself. And they came home after that and just watched the movies. That's what I was doing. I know it's a Monday night. We get it together. Let's see. All right. Hey, join right in. Happy Monday. Let's see. Sorry I missed y'all Sunday, but I know everybody was relaxing, enjoying themselves, or in the house with your family. So that's why you had no panel last night. I know we all missed each other. I said, "Oh, our Sunday fix. It was all gone now." It's like, what happened to everyone? But it was enjoying themselves. All right. So wait a little more people, and then put my little intro on and jump into. Hey, Alec, what's going on? What's up? How was your weekend? All right, so while people coming in, let's play this music.
Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you.
All right, about to add you in. Let's see. What's going on? Hey, boy. Some deals going on.
Come through with the intro though, bro. That
Thank
shit was
you.
come with the intro though.
Yes, I have to. Yes. Let's see what's going on. Still more people trying to come in. Oh, sorry. Ooh, why is not going through? Not too much. All right, so we got a couple things to discuss today. A lot more people trying to come in. I know it's a Monday night, but I think that's the best time. I appreciate everyone who came last week when we had that discussion of children and raising a biological parent household and stuff like that. We had a good discussion on stuff. Right. Auntie Momo is celebrating her son's birthday today.
Like happy birthday, nephew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's going on? Alex and Sunil.
Right. That's what they do.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Good. What's going on? How was your Easter yesterday?
Listen, I watched that 4-hour-long Versus and got my whole life. So
I
was with it.
So
I was with it. I was with it.
I had to backtrack and see what everybody was. I had to backtrack and see who Zaddy was when they was talking about it. I was like,
listen, I was like, that is low key elder abuse. I was like having them old people on there for all that time, but I was here for it. I got my whole life. I was here for it, but it was low key elder abuse. But I'm here for it. I ain't mad.
Like, I had to tell my husband. I was like, okay, this is my sister talking about. I was like, okay, who is this nigga that in the fur coat? Who they keep talking about? And I had to research and Google that motherfucker. I got it, so.
Yeah. Ron said he ain't playing with y'all. Him and his like 35-year-old wife, and he like 80. I was like, okay, he ain't playing.
So that's what I say. My Easter was fine. I was like, Alec, hope you had a good time.
He's not playing at all. He's not playing at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yes. Easter was good yesterday. Enjoying family. Then I came home. On my way coming home, taking the Uber, I was watching on Instagram, but after a while, it was not playing. And I said, well, come on, play it. It was not playing. I was watching on it was not going through. So I have to catch it. Probably have to get off of this, catch it. But I don't know if I can sit through
You
all
know that
5
they're
hours.
trying
I
to
know the music
make
is
the
good.
verses like their own application. You know what I'm saying? So give it about 3 months. You're gonna have to log in and download the verses shit. It's not gonna be on Instagram or anything in the moment. They're about to snatch that shit in.
Yeah, somebody posted on YouTube already. So I said, all right, that's a good thing about it. I can watch it right
Oh
afterwards.
yeah. Oh yeah. I downloaded a little Triller app. I did. So I downloaded. It is. I don't TikTok, so it's very TikTok-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I just want to go because I don't have I have an iPad, but every time I go to like pair something, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. And I have like everything else in my house is Google though, but whatever. So if I want to
Everything,
watch it like on my
Android,
TV,
everything.
if I have to pair Instagram, it's like this big. But on the Triller, I could just pair it to
Yeah.
my TV and it's full screen. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And on the Triller app, they like showed his video, like the Isley Brothers has like a new video. So it
Yeah.
showed the video after and all of that. I was like, oh, okay. Y'all wasn't playing.
Oh, they got a video.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I didn't even see the video, my nigga. I didn't see the video.
Oh yeah. And how on Instagram, like the verses cut off on Instagram, it didn't cut off on Triller. It just kept going. Like there was none of that timing out. I was like, y'all got these old men working. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Okay, see, okay.
A lot of people say that Steve was talking a lot, and I was like, "Oh, I mean, Steve Harvey probably was getting his best life sitting there with the legends and stuff like that."
Bro,
Being a
do you
fan,
guys listen to Steve Harvey in the morning show?
mm-hmm.
Do you listen to that?
Sometimes.
Yeah. When I was telling my husband, like when Steve Harvey heard before the viewing, he heard that Earth, Wind and Fire and Isley Brothers, he went crazy. He was like, like we go for Beyonce, my nigga. Like he was like, what? And he was like, Earth, Wind and Fire. He was like, and he went, he couldn't contain himself. But I'm so glad that he went on there. Because he was like the spokesperson for that shit, and he was like, "If I'm not on this show, it's not gonna happen."
Look,
And he made a
um,
strong fact because
I
you know
could
that's his
tell
generation.
you. Oh yeah, that definitely is. So my mom, my grandma, they was like, "Oh, can you come over and put it on the TV over here?" I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." I
Mm-hmm.
done went all over. Listen, I was like, "You got all these senior citizens up till midnight. Y'all should be shamed, just shamed how y'all do the old people." But I said, "Okay, listen, you would
Tracy,
have thought that something
they
good
should
was
be
going
asleep.
on."
Go to bed. Go to bed. What you listen to? What you
Exactly.
do?
Oh my, like, oh, this was music. Like, yeah, I know, Nana. I know. But
Yes. They love
I'm gonna
music.
need you to uh lay down somewhere, lady. Like, come on now. Like,
Sure. Yeah, some of the music I was listening to on my ride home, it was good. I was like, oh, it's not. Sure. I remember this song, jamming and all that stuff like that. And like I said, it was not playing anymore. It just stopped playing. I said, Instagram, you better get it together. And I kept refreshing. It was not
my
going through.
mom,
Mm-hmm.
my grandma got their whole life. It to me felt like Saturday morning cleanup. That's what it felt like. I was like, oh, this is like Saturday morning cleanup
Sweeping the
music.
floor. Sweeping the floor. Sweeping the floor.
Like, just remind you
Sweeping.
of childhood cleaning. Like,
Yeah.
gives you a
Go pick
completely different vibe than it gave my mama. I was
it,
like,
it reminds me of
okay.
go pick the weeds out the back. You know what I'm saying? You can't do go pick the weeds. Go pick the floor. You can't do shit until you get done with that.
I cleaned up her garden, all of that. Like, yeah, that's what it
Yep.
reminded me of. My mom, on the other hand, was getting her whole life. I was like,
But man,
okay.
so we're gonna say happy birthday to KJ, Auntie Momo's son. They took him out to dinner tonight, so she may make it or not. But happy birthday to him. Turned, I
Happy
think,
birthday.
9 years old. All right, yes. Alec, miss you too. You've been out for a while. Oh, he said we get it. Miss you too, Alec. How you doing? All right, so we got a couple things to discuss and everything. I know some more people is here, but Let's jump right into it. All right, so we're gonna talk about the two movies. We're gonna talk about Mahalia, the movie that was just on Lifetime. I saw it last night. It was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. We also gonna talk about the Tina Turner documentary, and we're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta looks because everybody's talking about that. So we're gonna critique their looks and see how we feel about it. And Ready to Love. So they did the cast special. So we get each potential singles for the season, and the intro about them, and I'll show you pictures, and we will critique and all that stuff like backstory and how we feel about them so far. And we'll talk about Lisa Raye, her little comment that she made, and little other stuff that we want to discuss for tonight, and then we push again on Sunday. All right, so we'll first talk is the Housewives of Atlanta looks. Okay, y'all. So let's jump right into it. All right.
Okay, Mig, tell me how you felt about it before I say anything. How you feel about
All right. So I heard it's a back to the dungeon theme. So I was
Okay.
like, okay, they all wearing all black, all that stuff like that. Some of the looks that I had joy, I did like Portia look. I did like Kenya look. Candy, I was like, all right, I get what she was trying to do, but I didn't really care for it that much. Marlo was doing too much, especially when you saw her standing up.
Yeah, you
It
could
was,
drive
it
and
was
park.
like, where you going? It looked like you was a figure auntie going to a club or something like that. Shamir got that freaking back of the 80s type look, which is like back to coming to America look with that lady. And it was like, okay, Shamir. And Drew, I don't know. Her outfit didn't look right to me. Her outfit didn't look right to me at all. Yes, Alex.
How'd you feel about
Sunday,
Latoya's?
I don't know where Latoya was going. I don't know where she was going, but everything. I mean, it was a short dress.
My
I was like,
ninja.
where she was going.
For real, I was like, I understood the theme that they were going for, but everybody can't suit that, you know what I'm saying, the theme that they were going for. You know what I'm saying? And everybody didn't need to have feathers and sparkly shit with sequins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's sexual, you know, everybody ain't black and sexual with feathers and sequins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I believe everybody needed to express their gravitas of sexuality in their own individual way. It didn't have to be feathers, black sequins, and tight shit. Everybody sequence tight shit.
All right. And Alec, yes, we wasn't on last night because it was a Easter Sunday, and most of us was with our family, so we went to enjoy ourselves. So we didn't come on last night. And throughout the year, we will have some Sundays that we're not going to be able to come on because there's no holidays time, and people want to spend time with each other.
It's because we got children's jobs, husbands, wives, shit like that.
Yep. How's everyone in chat panel? We all good, Alec. We good. We all enjoyed ourselves. We had a good refresh last night. But even though there's a bunch of stuff happening on social media in the world, but we still living our life. Okay, so let me share this screen and let's go critique each outfit thoroughly. Here we go. Let's see. Okay.
Wait, Tracy, get out of my head.
All right. So I ain't putting in order who I like the best to worst. I'm just gonna go each down the line based on this website, Bossa. So let's talk about Portia. Okay. Yeah, I see Portia. All right. There you go.
Portia can't do no wrong for me, you know what I'm saying? You know how you speak up for somebody?
Uh-huh.
Portia always look good.
Yes. So Sonia, you first. How you think about Portia? Her outfit. I can see it. Yeah, let me launch.
She always look good. I'm rather a chocolate woman than a light skinned woman. So Portia always comes through for me.
Yeah. Tracy.
I liked Portia's dress. I did. I like her short hair. The finger jewelry with the white nails was a little odd for me. And I don't know if it was because it's the white nail. I don't know if it's because the nail polish was white or so
No,
much silver finger jewelry, but I was like, oh, if she would have just switched, I don't know. But I think that's my only thing about her. But I like that it wasn't just a solid material.
Mhm.
It's actually like netted and meshed and woven and like textured to the dress. It isn't like just flat. Because I'll be honest, her, Cynthia, and Kenya, they all look like variations of Portia's dress from Cynthia's wedding. Like I loved
Yeah.
Cynthia. I loved the dress Portia wore to Cynthia's wedding. So I love this too. So it just all looks like a different. But I do like the texture, the mesh, the lace, the. It's not just a plain black dress. I do like that about it. How it's got something
Baba
to it.
Boo. It has
Yeah.
some Baba.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alex said he don't like the dress. Oh, why you don't like the dress? I mean, you welcome to your opinion. So tell me what part of the dress you didn't like, or you like the whole ensemble. Me, the dress did look similar to her what she wore to Cynthia's wedding. So it's looked like it's an alteration of that same dress, or looks similar to reference to that. So I was like, oh, okay. But Portia does dress well, especially reunions. When she comes to reunions, she does.
You and
She
Tracy
comes,
both said the same thing. Did she
huh?
buy? I said you and Tracy said the same thing. So did she buy the black dress and the white dress?
You know what I wonder? I wonder if it's the same designer.
Yeah,
That's what,
I wonder
yeah.
if it's the same designer, because you know how designers make similar dresses, but different kind of things, but they all kind of have a similar style. So I wonder if it's the same designer.
hmm yeah. Like I said, I have much. I mean, the big earrings. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe the big earrings was too much.
It's the A line. It's the breast A
Yeah.
line. Like she said, with the off shoulder little jump. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And that's what I'd be like. Okay, yeah, that's similar to the designer. So it's the A cut and it's the big peplum over here with the feathers.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? I like that Portia wore her short hair. I like that she wore her short hair to the reunion. I
Uh-huh.
don't normally see her wear her short hair to the reunion,
Mm-mm.
but I like that
She
she
always
wore her
she
short hair to the
always do the
reunion.
bundles, the curls. She always do like
Yeah.
the back cut
Hmm.
or you know what I'm saying, bundles.
Yeah. I do like that she switched the hair up. That's different for the reunion. I like it.
Alex says ugly. Okay, Alex. It's like that. It's maybe
Okay,
materials.
okay, 2 seconds. Okay, Alex, calm down, please.
Don't worry, Alex. Don't, I feel like that about a couple dresses on today you bought the show, so don't worry.
Like I said, everybody got their own opinions about the dresses. So that was Portia. Like I said, I like the look, everything. Yes, I do agree. The nails, probably the earrings was too bit much, but the dress is similar to a wedding dress, and it was really nice. Okay, and let's jump into that's Candy. I like the one.
What's the name?
Oh,
Morticia.
what's up?
Morticia.
Kick up. This is the
I'll
thing.
go with the Morticia look. There you go. That's what it is called.
All
Y'all
right,
know
so
who
that's good Candy, y'all. All right, so Neil, what's your think about Candy?
she about that life. I don't know what to say, but she about that life. So big thighs, you know what I'm saying? She look good, but she about that life. So I can't say nothing negative.
mm. Tracy, what do you think about that?
You know what? From the neck up, she gives me Diavantis, that like burlesque dancer. I think
Mm-hmm.
What
it's
Yeah.
I think
that's
she
good.
copied her hairstyle. So I think it's her hairstyle like that she always wears. So it definitely gives me that hairstyle. I mean, I guess if you are the madam of the dungeon, this is an appropriate outfit. This is 100% appropriate. Does it give me reunion fashion? No.
Yeah.
But for being on theme, I gotta give it to her. Because it was like, oh, that's like a thing. And I was like, oh, what? She got a real big robe on? Like over her shoulder, back and I was like, no, that's the dress. I was like, that looks like a robe. That looks like, like a thick, real big lace robe. That looks like a robe. But okay, girl,
Hey,
whatever you
it's a
want to call it.
robe. What? Wait, Tracy, is that cotton blend, polyester, or leather?
Um, I think it's like a satin polyester combo, maybe. I don't know, but I was like, but then her outfit is kind of like leather, and then the band is a different material, and it's like liquid latex pa- shorts. I don't know, but either way, I mean, for hitting the mark of the theme of the reunion, I gotta give it to her. She hit the mark for the theme of the reunion.
Yeah, for the theme,
Looking
for
good
the
as a looking
fashion.
good as a reunion outfit. I wouldn't give her that one, but she hit the
And
Yes.
theme.
y'all know why they based the theme off of this is because of the stripper gate.
I'm so
Um,
tired of that.
Yes.
Candy does that her whole
Mhm.
what is it called, Miz?
Welcome to the dungeon.
The dungeon shit. That's
Yeah.
her saying that whips and chain and shit. So Candy's already she's the new Nene Leaks of it, as in they cater to her. So when she tells production, I want A, B, or C, they apply to it.
Mm. Yeah. So I do get the Devontae's kind of look and the pinup type. When I saw, I said, okay, Candy trying to go a pinup type of
Hmm.
dominatrix type of style, and just don't know. It is that the boots with the shorts and the thing, and then you got the long train in the behind and this that. I said that was a little bit too much. I mean, is either you gonna choose that classy style or that kind of style. It looked like Hooker should just go walk up and try to walk the streets and that's what it looked like to me. And I said, okay, so I get it, but I do agree is that reunion fashion, even though you could stick to the theme, but the reunion fashion was off. She was ready into the dungeon. I said, all right, if you gonna do that, you should have just took that train stuff off and make it all latex and something like just scrap the whip or something like that. Because I mean, you did the halfway there. So I didn't even care for it that much. Like I said, the pinup, I get the pinup style, but I don't know. It's maybe she could have just had a I don't know, maybe because of the pants. It's something. The shorts is very tight on her, so hopefully she comfortable wearing it. But I just didn't really like
Okay,
it.
wait. Let me say this real quick before we segue to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how should I say this? Not okay. The dominatrix part for women and men. So her boots, women have a masculine connotation to dominating that we don't think about. So I see where her boots is coming from, and I see where her tight leather is coming from. But it's the top for me, the titties out, and the vest, whatever the fuck she have. But when you come to dominatrix shit, women are allowed to be dominating with, like, what I'm saying, the boots and stuff when it comes to that, if that makes sense. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I get the boots. I get that. It just that I don't know. It just looked weird with the shorts and stuff like that. I get it. Stuff. So that was Candy, y'all. So let's move on to the next person. All right, so Candy.
I'm gonna share some pictures with you with dominatrix real bitches. They all got boots.
Oh.
I'm
That's the truth adore. You just show me no pictures. All right, this is Drew. All right, so Neil, you first.
shaking my head up and down.
Tracy.
Okay, so let me tell you about Drew. From the neck up, great, perfect. Like
Again,
her
neck up
slick
again.
back
She said the same. Yep.
ponytail, slick back ponytail, her like fresh face with the dark looks great. Like her face, can't talk about her wig this time. Hair looks good. Bam, face, hair, beautiful. That dress though, like I don't get the poofy sleeve and like the tattered you know thing, and then the short dress and then the
Mhm.
long train.
Yeah,
It's way too disjointed. Now,
yeah,
had that been a long dress with just like a real high slit on the side where the train was. So just like a real high slit.
Yep.
And then she would have lost a shoulder, either the tattered shoulder or the high shoulder. One of them had to go. But if they did
Yeah.
that, I could have worked with her. I was like, okay, it's like, you know how when you little and they was like, oh, they're gonna give you this macaroni and you need to make a macaroni painting, and then you put all the macaronis, you put the wagon wheel macaroni, the elbow you put all the macaronis
I'm
on
about
it.
to come. Wait, no, I'm not.
That's
No,
what
I'm not.
it was. You put all the macaroni. She put all of it. She said, I want a high sleeve, a tattered sleeve, I want a short dress, but I want a long dress. I want it all. And that's what you get. Like that is just it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's a little. So if she would have just made it longer, high split, got rid of one of those shoulders, she would have been in there. I could have, because I get the ruched, especially because she's saying like, her weight is fluctuating and it's like really in her stomach and in her hips. So I get the full ruched, top to bottom skirt, because it does look very flattering on someone who is struggling with their weight. So, and I don't know if she was self-conscious about that because she's been saying that's
But
a
Tracy, you
struggle for
can tell
her.
she's lost a lot of weight since they've been talking
She
about her
has.
weight.
Yeah, but I don't
Since
know if
they
it's
talked about her.
yeah, but that's the thing. Because she says her weight fluctuates because she has like endometrial. She has something, so her weight will fluctuate.
Yeah.
And sometimes she's a little more swollen. So I get like the actual like bodice dress. It looks perfect for what she's trying to hide. You know, looked good. For what she was trying to control. But she just like long high split, dropped a shoulder. I could have worked with her, but girl, that's all the macaroni noodles. That's all.
Yeah.
That's some bow ties, some wagon wheels,
Stop
some
with the
elbows,
macaroni,
some
bro.
pennies.
Stop with
She
the
got all
macaroni.
of it, and she got regular glue and glitter glue. She got all of it all at one time. Like,
Yes,
she
I
did it
agree.
all.
It was too much. And thank you, Alec, for sharing my video out. Yes, I do agree. One of them should have had to go. Either you would have matched this with, like, if you would have had both puffy up, or had this one, the clear one, of that. But both of them different style with the shoulder was too much.
I need the macaroni noodles. I just need the macaroni
Yeah.
noodles.
That train on the side, it did look off. It looked off. It's like you could have just took that off, or like you Tracy said, a longer dress and had to slip up. That would be better, because it felt like you just had that short dress and you just tacked on that freaking tablecloth on you, and it came off the table and you just walked around with it. That's what it looked like it was to me. So it just looked like
It's that reception tablecloth. It's the
yeah,
table.
it's like you just bumped to it and it just looked right to you. So it's like it just looked off to me. So, and I could have just went away. I could have just been okay with if she just took that train off and just.
I'm mad. I'm still mad at Tracy with the macaroni though.
Yes, yes, because like I understand she was trying to put too much ideas all together and then try to make it work, and it didn't come out well.
With the elbow noodles, nigga.
It didn't execute well at all.
Who's next? Who's next, bro? Come on. Let's see who that is.
Go at. Oh, that's why. Let's do Kenya. Kenya.
Did y'all see everybody doing the shoulder thing? Everybody doing that peplum shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That shoulder. So what is that about?
I don't know.
Tracy?
Look in your hair. I love the high ponytail. I mean, I'm with you with the high bun. I got you, girl. Definitely. Looks good. The chinchilla, like little mini shoulder thing. I could have. You know what? I wouldn't have hated it if it wasn't so high. If it was like, not as goofy. It didn't like hit the bottom of her ear, because right now it looked like it just rubbed against the bottom of her ear like an earring or something. It is just way too like this, like okay, like too Alvira-ish. it was lower, if it wasn't as high, I could have got with the
Exactly.
whole chinchilla fur. They gonna call Peter on you one side with the sleeve. Okay.
And
And
this is
then
okay.
you
Let me
know
give
what? That I wonder if the same person who designed Karen Huger's dress, her yellow dress, designed this dress. Cause you see how it got like that little
Oh
sheer mesh thing
no!
over the thigh, and it's like got little stones on it. But her leg looked real funny to me. Like it looked.
My
I don't
nigga,
know if the
but
sheer
it looks
piece
like
was
okay.
too tight, so it
No,
indented in because the sheer was too tight.
it
I
looks
don't
like what I
know.
was saying. Like everybody sexy ain't the same sexy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel she was trying to fit into the sexy, and so it comes off awkward.
Mizzle, can you
So
zoom in on her thigh? Because I need to know if that's cutting her off,
it's like
or is it,
everybody's not gonna be okay. So let me. Okay,
or is that a bad
I will use
Photoshop
myself.
job?
Oh, well, hold up.
Okay, I will use myself as an example. My sexy color is blue. It's not black. So I think that they were all told to wear black. You know how they wore jewel tones and stuff
Yeah,
to the reviews, to the reunions and stuff.
that's it.
This right here looks unnatural. This looks like
Tell me
this
that's
looks
not cutting off her
like
thigh. Tell me that's not cutting off her thigh. You see that cut? That is too much thigh for that little old dress. That is too much thigh. That indent right there is cutting her.
you
But
ain't
it's okay,
lying.
girl. I
You're
got you.
not lying.
See,
You're not lying.
it's the that's what it's making. I was like, her leg look real funny because it look real like thin and then like real thick, and then you got like dark knees. I was like, something about this just seems very.
Hmm.
So maybe if they would have let it out just a little bit, so it wouldn't have cut into her thigh meat like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
But then again, why is her
Hey, but
slit so
Tracy,
high?
if she actually sits down like this, she can't even. She got to keep her legs closed because her JJ gonna show.
Good point.
Hey, Tequila, what's going on?
Good point.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, but her JJ gonna show, so she gotta like. She can't even move in that dress, my nigga.
Wait, Mizzle, go to the other one. Go back to her face. Is her skin clear? I'm just never mind. Stop. I'm being messy. Don't worry about me. Don't listen to me.
I don't know why it's not going down. Hold up. Put that up. Yeah, it's not.
Tracy, you about to go to hell.
I'm being messy. Don't worry about. Zoom out. Don't listen to me. Don't
Okay,
listen
there
to
you go.
me. Keep going. Don't listen to me.
All right, so yeah, I do because normally what Kenya does her look, she never had her hair in a bun, so she always have
Hmm.
her hair down. So I did like that she had that bun, and it made her look.
Hmm.
I look stronger to me. Yes, this it is a lot right here with her shoulder, the fur. It is a lot, and maybe she would have toned that down a little bit. It probably would have been
Okay, bring it
better.
down. Bring it down.
And I like this look. Like I said, the only thing I could critique is that that fur that she had on her shoulder. And yes, the slip is a little high and everything. But
Hmm.
I
That
sometimes
one
think that
shoulder chinchilla.
yeah, I think that this is a stage look. You know, they had a stylist there.
yeah,
Again with color coordination, with the textures, with the feathers, the sequins, and so on and so forth.
yeah.
Again, she would never dress like this. This comes off as pressed, pushed. We would never see Kenya looking dressing like that, not at all.
Mm, I hear that. Well, I
I
said,
like
but
it. She look good. Look,
yeah, I enjoy
all
it.
jokes aside,
Mhm.
she
The dress
looks
looked good
very
outside of
good.
her body, but the dress looked good.
She looks very good. She looks good. Like she looks good. All of the women are beautiful women in their own right. So I don't want anybody to think that, me being shady is anything different. No, they are all beautiful women in their own right. So
Mhm.
I want to make sure I say that, appropriately. Okay, Auntie.
You ain't fucking with nobody. You ain't fucking with Cynthia Bailey. Anybody say anything on the panel, we about to. Put them
I
up.
like Cynthia, y'all. What do you think about Cynthia? Like I said, Cynthia, Portia, and Kenya dress all kind of similar. Look, it's not.
I wonder if they
Because
got the
of the
same
style.
designer.
Yeah,
But no, they got the same stylist.
yeah, it was the same
Because
style.
Cynthia got
Yeah.
it right. Kenya got it wrong.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the
Cynthia looks.
juxtaposition of the slit is appropriate, and then the shoulder bomb is appropriate. It's not over the
Yeah.
top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Her feathers on the bustier part. That
Yeah,
they're not super high like the other girl. We ain't get to her yet. They ain't super high like hers, so they look good. You know, the cleavage looks appropriately
right.
proportioned. Love the
The
texture
decollete,
on
you know
the
what I'm saying? They
skirt.
still have yep.
Yes, she
The
looks
knees looking
amazing,
right, you know what I'm
and
saying?
I
They
like
looking
the
like
hair.
regular knees.
Yeah,
Yeah, they looking like regular knees, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody photoshops in too long.
Yeah, Cynthia look is good. I ain't gonna front. I don't know. Yeah,
Uh,
hair's okay to me, but
you said
her dress.
hair's okay.
Yeah, to me, the hair's okay. Come on,
Yeah,
Cynthia.
what
Cynthia said
would
she
you
had to
rather?
prove herself. She just said, "Listen, I'm good no matter what." So I was like, it look okay for me.
But
That's
you
what
know,
I
but
said.
you know, Cynthia is not partial to a wig, so she'll snatch that shit off and be like, "Fuck it." But what would you rather, like an all black or a blonde? Because you know she does the blonde and
The way how fierce the style look, maybe I understand why she chose that style here. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Because Cynthia, I know Cynthia rock a good ponytail. But I don't know if the ponytail will work with the style, nothing like that. And she would have had this like that and something like that. But I think I understand why she had this look because it looked subtle with the outfit. And they want to put too much strongness to the thing. So I guess I understand the hairstyle.
okay, I see where you're coming from.
Because I would say a ponytail would look nice if she would lock the ponytail, but I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't probably work
You
with
know,
the dress.
I would rather her have rock black, little side, little morel curl. You know what I'm saying? A strong little black to the side. She
Oh
doesn't
yeah, that little hair. Okay, I see it.
that
Yeah,
with a
we
strong
can lock
curl
that.
with the black on the black on the black. Because out of anybody, besides everybody trying to look sexy, Cynthia would have been sexy without attempting to be intentionally sexy. If that
mm,
makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. That
Hmm.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
so she would have pulled the sexy off easily. Besides, I'm like wearing whole shorts and leather and shit.
Yeah.
And body shit. I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
It's you.
you know what I'm saying, Trey?
I fell asleep listen
okay.
last time.
The more I'm thinking, I'm like the looks are gonna go down from here. Jeez.
And said, Tacola said I fell asleep last time. Welcome, Tacola. I miss you. It's like that. And I'm well. I'm well. We all chilling right here, having a blessed Monday. Blessed
Yeah.
and thank you, Alec. How are you? Okay. Okay. Next, jump on to the next person. All right.
I
Oh,
don't like her. I don't care what
yeah.
she wears.
Yeah. This is Phelan, right? That's her name? Phelan? Yeah.
That is Latoya for never.
Oh, that's her name on?
That's Latoya.
That's
Fallon didn't
Latoya?
come.
Oh, okay. Fallon didn't come. So this is Latoya.
What's the mean one who and disrespectful in everybody's
Her.
house?
Her.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, I don't like.
Her.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Yeah, so Latoya. I like so this dress, I don't know. It don't look it don't I don't think it can cater to the dungeon as much. I think it catered to the freaking S&M. So I was like, I don't know what she trying to do with a little featherlish and all that stuff like that. That feather that see through, it looked like it's a freaking woman who try to lingerie sex by night type of woman and not much of a dungeon theme, especially not a reunion type of look. So it just looked too oversexed to me with the look. And the hair's long, okay, but the feather is too much. And it's very short. So hopefully if she sit down, she'll have to sit something like this and not forward because it's too short. And I don't know if the feathers go shed out and then she got the long train in the back. It was a lot. I don't know. I was trying to maybe she would go over sex kitten dungeon theme, but I think that was too analytical with that theme right there. So how y'all feel about that?
Tracy?
Oh well, I mean, she looks very hooker-esque. I mean, I don't expect much. I didn't expect much. And I guess I got exactly what I expected because not much. But what I didn't understand is if you have on this dress that is barely covering the top, barely covering the bottom, why do you have on this fake sleeve? Why do you have on this sleeve that goes from your wrist to the middle of
She
your
was trying to
arm?
do the shoulder thing. I
Oh
think that
yeah,
you
look,
like
yeah,
what
I
happened
just
No,
on the
no,
right
no. Look at
shoulder.
the other arm. She got this, like, she got a whole, like, from her wrist to her. Like,
yeah,
why do you have
it's a
these
sleeve.
these
Um,
gloves on with no finger? Why do you have gloves with no fingers on both your arms? And then you have, like, why? Like, you
Wait,
naked. I mean, why bother
wait,
covering up?
Tracy and Miz. Wait, can we do the Marvel expectation, the Easter egg? They all had this thing in the background, the Easter bunny thing.
oh well,
You feel Candy had it,
Yeah,
Cynthia
with the
had it.
little because they have the little dungeon mask on, the little eye mask with the ears.
hmm
Yeah, yeah,
With
that
the
was her
bunny
little
ears.
dungeon. Yeah, see, Candy sell them. See, y'all don't understand. Candy is a strategic businesswoman. Candy
Quite.
sells those on her website. Candy
yeah,
said, "Don't play with her." Y'all talking about the dungeon? I'm gonna have all my dungeon stuff out so y'all could get it. So, like,
yeah, get better.
after the episode of them in the dungeon, she literally sent out like a mass email. So if you were like on her list, like if you ever went to her website and gave her your email,
Hmm.
she sent you an email. It was like, "Oh, here's all the stuff from tonight's episode. Here's the swing. Here's the vibrator. Here's this." She gave you a list with everything that was on it, so you could go purchase it. Candy is a
What the
smart
fuck is that right
businesswoman.
there? Is that a fucking vibrator or what the fuck is that?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, she got a lot of
'Cause
stuff in
I
there.
don't know.
I know what they gonna
But
use.
I
That's
don't
another.
know. But Latoya look worse than Drew, and that's saying a lot.
Oh, that's true.
We're not even talking about. You know what? Okay, let's get back to her. Let's get back to her. One
Uh-huh.
thing is that you can't dress a person from the inside out. If you ugly on the inside, I don't give a fuck what you wear. You ugly on the outside.
Oh, so she a hooker, but she must be a hooker on the inside. She look like a hooker on the outside. Oh, okay, I get you. I got you.
I don't
I
care
got
what
you.
you put on. You can be as beautiful, but from the inside, outside, that person is that. Mm-hmm.
So Dakota said this theme should be Fredericks of Hollywood. Oh snap.
Facts. Facts.
um,
That's not even Frederick's Hollywood. That is definitely that is that is you know
Yeah.
what? That is like very Playboy esque. That is Playboy with a
yes,
train.
that's what I was saying. It was more of that, not too much
That is
dungeon.
that
Yes.
is Playboy with a train. That's what that is. But okay, girl.
So
I see where you
I,
I see where you
I
headed.
see like the more skippy kind of
Oh
candy
yeah. Oh yeah.
dress.
Alice
Like
wants you to be naked.
like Portia dress, which is fine and everything. But it's like I see the styles that you like more than the other ones. But it's okay.
I don't.
Crazy.
Wait. There's a line between being sexy, attractive, and alluring, and then trashy. So she like skipped all those, and I don't think that sexy, alluring, or attractive. I think that's trashy.
You don't think her streetwalker chic is attractive? The streetwalker chic? Like,
Straight there, the chat is
It,
laughing
it's
at you.
it's a strong no. It's a no. No.
oh, okay. That goes
Tracy
to
Renee
corner.
go to the corner.
She work on the corner. I don't know why y'all telling me to go. She worked there.
She
I mean,
works in the
look
corner.
at her.
Street by night chick. All right.
Clearly,
She on the block. She running the
look,
block.
y'all playing. I bet you she got an OnlyFans. That is her OnlyFans outfit. That is what that is. That is her OnlyFans outfit. That's what that is. And she put a train in the back. She ain't fooling nobody. She
Yeah,
ain't
and that's a
fooling
long
nobody.
train. I don't know how long that is. Why is she
Hey,
got
wait. And another thing is, another thing is, I'm gonna bounce off your words, Tracy. You know how she be on a show, she be disliking everybody. She cussed a girl out, talking about she has a 65-year-old husband. She got everybody that has a husband she's mad about. That bitch need a husband.
Sorry, y'all, because this thing, I'm pressing buttons and stuff.
She has a husband. A former husband. Are they still
And
married? Are they
she's
getting
divorced.
divorced? Is
No,
their
she's
divorce
divorced.
finalized?
Yeah, that's why she's divorced.
All right,
And
y'all.
this another one right here. Nope. This is no.
Not that one.
I am
Nope.
so shocked at Marlo.
Nope.
I am so shocked at Marlo.
Yes, I don't understand. All right, so Marlo, y'all. This is how I feel about Marlo. Look, okay, so I don't think she got the memo of the dungeon. And if she does, she took it to way too far. First of all, the dress, and then you have your behind or out like that in a dress. Now, maybe she has something to cover her stuff, but to sit down looking like that, like, come on, you gotta have a dress with some panties on underwear, unless she's nude stuff. I don't know. It just looked crazy how she had that back.
Latoya ain't got no drawers on. Latoya ain't got no drawers on.
So I said Marlo looked at that, but I said Marlo usually confine herself to fashion. So when she wanted, I thought Marlo would have turned this out, the dungeon, but it just, like I said, looked like Auntie going to the club trying to pick up a man kind of look. And she just had this, the long thing, the ass thing out. I don't know. It just looked way too much. Way too much of Marlo. And I, like Tracy said, I'm disappointed because Marlo used sometimes, she could hit and miss. Even though she said she's a fashion, she'll hit and miss.
You know what's
but
so
I don't know
sad?
about that.
This looks cheap for Marlo. I think that's what bothers me more. Is this looks cheap for Marlo, and Marlo is normally a label heifer, so this looks very cheap for Marlo. But it also looks like very like bathing suit, sarong type. You know, like I just put this little dress over my bathing suit and I walk down there, very like vacation, like. But okay, girl.
Wait. No, I'm gonna bounce back to what I said, like being sexy, alluring, and everything else besides being cheesy. She looks cheesy.
Listen, Marlo says she got her BBL. She looks great, and all y'all are gonna see that she got her BBL and she looks great. I mean, she said she got her lipo. She living her best life, and y'all all about to see why that 80-year-old man bought her a townhouse in her name, and she ain't got no payments. She said, "Why y'all playing? Marlo needs to class because
if I'm hustling like
Marlo needs to teach class."
Right, Takola? Yeah, it's funny. Her dress is shocking and funny. CM, yeah, it just fabric. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It just like she put fabric, put a sling here, tie this up, and that's the dress. That's what she thought it was. And her behind
maybe she should turn the corner, like show the other side besides the leg, because it looks like that the dress connects to the bra strap on top, and if it did a different angle, it would have looked better.
And I was gonna have to sit. Maybe she would have to sit.
Like the bralette right there, and it looks like it sewed up right there. So if she would have went like that, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, she would have to sit like this and show this side more than the ass side, because it would have been.
Bro, and I don't even have a vagina nor that shit. I can't. Who's gonna sit in that dress?
I don't know.
It's easier to sit in than Latoya dress, so I'm still mad.
That's what I'm saying.
It's easier to sit in than Latoya dress.
I'm just gonna stand in the corner with that dress on, like.
CM said Latoya had on black undies. Oh,
but did she though? Go back. Did she? But did she though? Did she really though? Cause I seen feathers. I ain't seen none of strings. Like,
yeah,
but did she really though?
Like, wear the flesh colored thong.
Yeah, see the side view of this. We're gonna go to Latoya. See how it look? I don't know. It just like her ass is all out. All right, so yeah, does it look like? I don't know. It look like she got like the dress look like it's covering her thing, and I don't know. That's really undies.
Yeah, those look.
What is it called? She need a prayer cloth, like you sit in front of the church.
Like sequins. Look, they're like feathers and sequins. The same. She ain't got no bra, just feathers and sequins. But so it's okay, girl. Or she might have it built in. Knew
It's
what?
like nude under her thing, see through. Oh,
It's
that
No,
was
she
her.
mesh.
has
Look, look.
she has the new lining underneath it.
Yeah, that's what I think it looked like.
Because her nipples will be showing it. There's a new lining under that dress
Yeah,
though.
so maybe she had the fabric tapped on the nude and to make it look like she don't have nothing
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
No, no. Let me tell you that she has some nude mesh on
Uh-huh.
with feathers tacked to it
Yes.
and
Yeah.
sequins. That's mesh.
Wait,
That is
where at
mesh.
the top or the bottom?
Wait, let's go back. It's still, Latoya.
Sir Neil, it's only a top. It's one little panel. It's the top and
No, but
bottom.
okay, wait. Okay, so the only thing I see is like the dress is new. All I see is the panties and the bralette. She got her nipples covered, so she got flesh.
No,
Uh,
no. So if
and then the bottoms.
so you could have like a nude colored, which lucky
Okay.
now because we come in multiple shades of black, but it's mesh. So they dyed the mesh to be your skin tone, so that it looks like you have on nothing, but you really have on something. It's nude mesh. And I mean, mesh ain't nothing but pantyhose. So I mean, it ain't but
She really
that's
got
it.
underwear on though, right?
No, I don't see the clear underwear. What I see is
Okay.
feathers and sequins built to cover her private parts.
So to call and say, I wish I had
Let me
arms. And
get
she
my
said
glasses.
that the
Y'all
top
tripping.
has
Stay right
new
there.
lining.
Glasses, cause y'all tripping. Look, I'm about to investigate.
Like I said, the
Hold
toilet
on, let me
said
get my glasses.
the top has new lining. That's why it's so bright, but she has on black panties. Okay. And she says a new halter top. Okay. I'll see.
Oh, the whole
We all
Toya. Hold on.
everybody investigating. Let's while we investigating, let's get to the next one.
Hmm. What other train wreck is next?
I think the last person is Shamia.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, Shamia gonna give us a throwback look, especially with the hairstyle.
Go back to the mean girl.
You talk about Latoya? Okay, let's go back to her. All right, there you go.
Okay. All right. So okay, now I see it. She clearly doesn't have a bra on nor panties. Am I right?
Look, those are that is so that is my sister designed stuff. So those
Mhm.
are built-in nipple covers over nude mesh,
Yeah, she has new. Yeah,
which
I see. Okay.
so it's nude mesh, which makes sense because that's what gives you that
Illusion.
skin-like appearance
Yeah.
without it being actual skin. But
Naked.
again, nude mesh ain't nothing but as thick as pantyhose. She'll be alright. Either way, I
Yeah.
mean, she washes anyway. She'll be good.
If she don't catch a cold via her vagina.
But look, it looks appropriate for what she was going for. Hooker chic. She got it. I ain't mad at her.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know if
okay.
I is on the show either, but
I
Shamia.
get it. I see exactly what you was talking about with the breast and shit like that. I see exactly what you're talking about now, Casey. I see exactly what you're talking
All right. All right. So last person is Shamia. Uh, that's um. Okay.
Do you know who she remind me of?
about. Say
Ursula
it.
from The Little Mermaid.
I was
Tell
gonna
me that
say
don't look
coming
like
to
Ursula.
America. I was
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
say
it look
coming
like
to
Coming to
America.
America too. But
Ooh,
tell me,
ooh,
Yes,
when
that's
you
how I was
think
saying.
about Ursula, with the top of her dress, oh, the hair is definitely Coming to America. Definitely Coming to America. But right, like the feathers coming out the top of her dress, the hair is Coming to America. The top of her dress is Ursula. Like Ursula dress is on the Little Mermaid. It got the little tentacles at the top.
Mhm.
Definitely. I was like, girl. And the fact that it got built in sleeves and gloves threw me all off. I was like, that's one giant piece. Oh Jesus.
I
Um,
like the fucking gloves and the built-in on the dress. And you can tell one thing, it's not the best outfit, but she definitely got the memo. She got the color tone. She got what we're gonna wear. We're wearing were wearing feathers, black, and sequins. So she stuck to what the memo said. I
I don't
don't
know
like
why Portia let that girl come out looking like that. Portia ain't no friend of hers at all. She could have told her. Yeah.
This is what we all saw at first glance.
my ninja. Them earrings though. Take them earrings
You
off.
know what? Her hair
I'm
did
not
not
letting none of my
settle
girlfriends
well.
wear the earrings.
Yeah, her hair did not settle well. Because
Yeah.
her hair looked better in the last picture than it did in
Yeah.
this
It
one.
did. It was the bouffant
Yeah,
that
her hair did
Tati.
not settle. Her hair did not settle well, honey. That hair did not. I don't know if it was the lights, if it was the heat, if it that hair did not settle well. Ooh, baby,
Yeah. People was
why they let you do that?
clowning Shamia.
This is just my synopsis. I
Mhm.
think the front, the bouffant, is her real hair, and they put it back, and then they put the track in the back. The whole jump, you know what I'm saying? Like right there. And I think that's what it is. That's why this will look this one right here is another texture, and then the back is a different texture.
Yeah, people was clowning her. They said they was calling her coming to America. They saw Sister Mary Clarence from Sister Act. They was saying a lot of stuff with her hair. Yeah, it was that thing was too much. And then she had the feathers, the thing, the gloves, the earrings. It was a lot on Shamia. Like I said, the other picture did do her justice. This didn't do much. But yeah.
Mm, mm-mm.
Shut up. Wait, Tracy. Wait, and Miz. Looking at Shamia, I wish that Portia would have just wore her little natural afro.
Uh,
You remember when she was doing the Black Lives Matter, and then Portia
mhm,
had like a little afro with Yandy, and her afro was like super cute. It was like punchy, and you know what I'm saying. It was like, and then when they put this in, you look at them like, damn, you put all that in your head. Like looking at Shamia right now, that's a lot of hair.
yeah.
That's a lot of hair. You can't say it's not. Anybody watching this show right now, that looks like a lot of hair. Contrary to them when they're doing the Black Lives Matter and they had the poofy afros, which is like so beautiful and natural. This looks like a lot of work.
Mm. Yeah, so that's Atlanta look, y'all. I mean, I won't watch the reunion. Maybe I will watch the reunion and see how much drama there is, because sometimes the reunion is more drama than this whole season. So maybe we'll watch it and see what they're talking about. But other than that, all right, y'all, that's the looks. That's it.
You know what? Wait, hold on. Let me find this picture. I got it. I know exactly who hairstyle they channel. No,
You
I don't
know, do
want
you know what
you.
I'm talking about, Tracy? When they had the afros. All right, what you looking at?
All right, so okay, to the
Shit,
next thing.
okay.
This is what her hair looked like. I found it. I know I got the inspiration picture. I found it. I just need to pull up. Like not be this right here was the inspiration picture. That Whitney, I just want to dance with somebody hairstyle. That's the
Ah,
that's Whitney Houston, and I just want to dance with somebody. That's the
I
hairstyle
want
right
you to be
there.
with
That is
somebody.
it. The big font, and it had the two buds
Yeah,
and
I
all the
do see
texture in the back. That is Whitney. I just want to dance with somebody. That was the same stylist who did Shamia like that. Look at that. That is Shamia
yeah,
hair right there.
I see
That is
it.
Shamia's hair right there. That, whoever did Whitney did Shamia. They had the same stylist. Terrible. Terrible.
To call and say we are wrong. No, but that's
We are no for real. But that is exactly what she did.
no,
That's
she's funny. Yeah, but that's
Listen,
why it looked like
I've
it was
already
too.
said all of these women are beautiful in their own right. They
Yeah,
are gorgeous women. I they looked great. That's beautiful. It's just the hair and the fashions didn't always work out
oh.
well, but it
Okay, one
doesn't
moment,
stop
Miz,
them
guys.
from
I'll be
being
right back.
beautiful.
Okay.
okay.
hmm Yeah, it didn't stop them from being beautiful. They're beautiful. This was just not Shamia's best look, and how dare Portia be a friend of hers and let her
Yeah,
come out here looking like this. I mean, you could have told your friend that, she was looking crazy. But okay, whatever. When she went and picked out her reunion outfit, you could have been like, girl, this your first reunion. You don't want to do that for your first reunion.
Hey, you guys, give me 2 seconds. My cousin's calling me. I'm gonna be right back online, okay?
Okay.
All
right. So, as y'all know, the new season of Ready to Love is back on. It came on this past Friday, I think around 9 o'clock on OWN. It's a new season. The last season was a disaster. So they took it back to Houston. And it was nice that the first episode they had Tommy with his wife. Because he always talk about his wife and how long they've been together and stuff like that. That we finally get to see her, Jacqueline, all that stuff. So this season was meeting the singles special.
Miss, I had a question. Did she have pants on? Did she have shorts on? Did she have a skirt on?
I don't know.
It looked like me. She had on a blazer with no pants.
She had a blazer right there.
Work with your blazer with no pants on. Just legs for days.
It looked like she just had like a
thought it was
top,
just me.
and that's it. Yeah. It looked like,
okay. All right.
So the new season is on. So they only did a meet the singles. So we'll talk about each person, and then I want y'all to give y'all personal opinions about how they look, whatever. Everybody had their own opinions. How they look, this background story, if you guys see the show, your first impressions of the people, and all that stuff. So I'm going to go in the order how they show the show, so I won't be messed up. So first we're going to get Joel. Let me get his picture up. So bear with me,
You're going to have me in. Mizzle, you're going to have me going to hell just talking about folks. Jesus.
All right, so Joel. He is 42 years old. He was married before, but he said his wife married due to cancer, died due to cancer. So I was like, that was very unfortunate and sad, everything. He's an engineer. He said he's very carefree. He said he liked to make people laugh, and he's a comedian. I said sometimes comedians don't have a backstreet in the show, so we'll see how far he will go. But he said he's very old school. I said, all right, you better have that old school fever. And he got 2 kids. So I don't know how much I say about him so far. That's all he gave us. But Tracy, what do you think about Joel? I mean, if you got any questions on him?
When he said, "I want an old lady," I was like, "Oh yeah. He looking for a wife." That's right. He said, "I'm just looking for me an old lady."
Yeah, yes. He was like
I'm just looking for an old lady.
He was married, but the reason why the marriage is not together anymore because his wife died of cancer. I mean, if she didn't die, he probably would still be married right now. He would be in the show. It seemed like he's a standard guy, and we'll see if he can be able to find love. Yes, Alex, catfish and it. I'll wait till they come back, but right now we're talking about Ready to Love.
Listen, I only really like 2 guys, and he was one of them. So,
Joel. So, Chad, if y'all have seen or not, if y'all didn't, y'all just give y'all first impressions on what they look like and the backstory I give you. So far, we didn't get much on him. He just said he just got 2 kids. His wife died of cancer, and he ready to love. He's 42, engineer, carefree. And we'll see. It seems like he's going to be a standard guy, all the well-rounded, good guy. And hopefully a female will be able to honor him, appreciate the person he will be. And hope
to love his twins.
Yes.
Because that's all he wants. Somebody to love my twins. I thought, oh.
Yes, all right. So we didn't get much on Joel. So we'll see. But look like good impressions on him so far. Next, we're going to have Jason. Oh, he's right here. All right. Okay. So, Catfish season 9 will premiere on August 5th. That was last year. You talk about this year, 2021, 8 o'clock, Alec? Because the way Catfish come back, Catfish is one of my best videos viewed. So I wait for that season to come back, y'all. So August 5th is summer. Okay. That's good. All right, so we got Jason. Oh, Jason? You talk about Jason beard? It looked fake though. It looked like he just painted that thing on, but see, all right, so Jason is 36 years old. He's a teacher. He said he was a basketball player. And he said the day before he was proposed to his girlfriend, his group co-workers in a group chat was chatting each other up, and they would talk about his girlfriend that she was cheating on him. So he confronted her, and her response says, "So, yeah," and that's that on him. So, I mean, his track record as a basketball player, or something like that. I don't know if he wants to be a player, but maybe we don't know. Sometimes those basketball players has a reputation in the past. But that's messed up. That she was cheating on him the day before or something. I don't know how I get the vibe from him. I don't know. Maybe she's like he know he's all that, so he gonna try to see what can he get for the females and what can he play games. I don't know, and see how it goes. How you feel about them? That's a impression I got. Look like he's like he go all well guy. He know he got that. He got that good looking type of guy. He can do what he want. So
Don't he remind you of JJ Fish?
who?
Do you remember JJ Fish? Oh Lord.
JJ Fish. He was in past season.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Don't remember who he is.
Hold on.
I have never seen.
I know you remember.
Dakota said, "I have never seen a beard with waves." Oh shit!
Wait. JJ Fish. You don't remember him?
Yeah.
He gives me JJ Fish.
Yeah.
He gives me, you know what he gives me? He gives me pushover vibes. I feel like he is a pushover because when he said that his ex cheated and she was like, "So what?" I was
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
"Oh, he's a pushover," which tells me that he normally went for anything. So she was like, "Okay, and so what? I cheated. Why does that matter?" Because he's a pushover. So he gives me pushover vibes. Like the lady is gonna walk all over him and he gonna like it.
Dakota said, "I never seen a beard with waves." And CM said, "Thinking about you, girl." Yes. So that's it for him so far. Next is Ronald. Let's go, Ronald. Let's see. Ronald. No, he's not there yet.
Oh, he at the top.
He right
Oh
here.
no, he at the bottom. Oh.
He right here. Here goes Ronald, y'all. All right. So Ronald is 40 years old. He works in corporate sales and also has two small businesses. He said he's fear of divorce. I mean, no, this is not the one with the parents divorce. He said he fear of divorce because he say marriages and he don't want to get divorced and everything, so he fear for it. So I said, if you fear for it so much that you don't want to take that step to marriage because you feel like it might end. I said, if it does, your relationship ends in a divorce. It's always a learning lesson, so it's not the end of the world. I know some people who wants to get married. I know some people like, if I get married, ain't no divorce. I'm not getting a divorce if I get married. I know people out there like that. So, and like that. So, and he said he's very alpha male, and he's very direct. So like that. So I said, okay, how direct will you be? Will you be so direct? Will you be disrespectful direct? Or in top with your alpha maleness? How will that come across? And everything. And then the fact you feel for divorce, I mean, if you try to take too much control to the fact that you want to make sure she's the one before you get married, and you said, listen, we get married, ain't no divorce. So the only way you gonna leave me, I'll keep it like I gonna leave it like that. Tracy, Trey, how you feel about that?
I know why he don't want to get married. He owned a casket business, a casket import business. He got money. He got a little bit of money. So he don't want to get a divorce because he don't want to have to give her half. Shoot, you see Dr. Dre wife asking for what, $2 million a month? He like, I am not about to do that. So I mean, so that could be the only reason I could see him not wanting to be married, to not get a divorce, because he got a little bit of money. But something about him just makes me feel like he is. I don't want to say abusive because that's the wrong word. Like he is controlling. Because when he said like, "Oh, if the women are forced to get to know me, then they'll like me." Like, why does somebody got to be forced to get to know you? Like, what about something about that just seems. So I don't know if he's controlling or if he's just an arrogant jerk and it takes a lot of time to warm up to him. I don't know, but something about that just seems very off to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I had to look up to see who JJ is, but yeah, he does look. Jason does look like JJ. I like that. So yes, we'll see how he is because he does look like he gave us the vibe that he could be a little controllable. But we don't know. I mean, the fact that he said he's very alpha male-ish and he's very direct, we'll see how that come across with dating the females in the show. All right, so we saw 3 males so far. Let's go to some of the females. All right. Next we get Venetia. All right, so Venetia is 39 years old. She's a salon owner. She had 3 daughters, so she had to look for someone who could be there for her girls and everything. She said she's single for 10 years, and a prior relationship she had before that single was 8-year relationship, and she was a stay-home mom at the time of the relationship that she was with the guy, and he was a cheater, so she had to leave him and everything. But I don't know. I didn't get much about her so far, if I remember, because I saw her last night. So, do I see? No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see more in the season to see how she is so far.
You didn't get much from Big Booty Judy? You didn't get much from her? No, okay.
I don't remember so much about her. I don't know. Maybe you can
You
tell
didn't
me.
get much from Big Booty Judy?
I know she's
Like,
voluptuous. I know she's a beautiful woman. So I was like,
I was like, oh,
mm-hmm.
it's huge. Okay, girl. I see
Yeah.
why you was in a relationship that long. And you okay, that makes sense. But I noticed that on this season, a lot of women have been through things.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say been through things, I mean like infidelity. Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of infidelity floating around, which makes me a little nervous about how this is going to work out. Because I'm gonna save my thought for the end, but it makes me a little nervous because it's like it went from I dealt with infidelity to I've been single for 10 years, and I was like, is it because of infidelity that you've been single for 10 years and like you didn't like go to therapy and deal with the trauma that caused? Like, how does that? So I don't know. So it made me like curious, but I'm like, is that mean she's gonna see one red flag and then run? Like, hold up, like, because when you look at her, you like, girl, how you been single? How is it possible that you've been single for 10 years? Because you don't look like you should have been single for 10 years. But looks to be deceiving.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so next girl, y'all, Chrysanthemum. But it seemed like this website do not want to show Chrysanthemum picture. So we're going to, this is her right here. Next to Andrea, Alexis. You see Alexis, Andrea, Chrysanthemum? She is right here in this corner right here. So we just got to look up from here. That's her right there. Chrysanthemum is 39 years old. She's a flight attendant. She's a social butterfly. She says the guy has to be the provider because she don't want to train a guy to be good for her, everything. Because sometimes most females, which is usually is the case, most men, they'll come in as complete package or at least put together. So the female has to like get them to be this and do this and do that and train up. And then when they get to sign themselves and they get upgrade themselves, they do you all wrong and not honor the lady that has been by your side when she was lifting you up. So she wants someone who could complete their ready and not to be helping them up. And she said the reason why she can't get in a successful relationship because a lot of men think that because she's a flight attendant, she will have men in every city that she's dating. I said, well, she was. She's not. She ain't nobody. She's not. It's like she's not with no one.
Area code.
Yes, I'm saying have a area code. She said if I was doing it, that's her business right now because she's single. So, how you feel about Chrysanthemum? Once again, y'all, this is her right here at the corner.
That she about to get a whole handful and a half because it is very, very hard to find anybody who is a complete package already pre-built and made, just waiting for you. That is a very high bar to set.
Mm-hmm.
So, eh, I mean, so it just sounds like she's going to be a handful. But I mean, I'm excited for it. Shoot, go ahead, girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, girl.
All right. All right. The next chick. My name is Alexa Fly Jones. I said, girl, you say your name very harsh. I will get it, girl. My name is Alexis Fly, 35
A
years
fly
old.
girl. A fly girl. A fly girl. Girl.
Producer. She has a son, and she was married for 5 years. She was her first wife. And, you know, married a pastor, a preacher, you know, that's up and down. And she said it's very hard sharing her husband with everybody else because at nighttime when she want to cuddle with her man, people call her phone and say, Pastor, I need a preacher. I said, you better shut the phone down. You don't need no preacher there this time of night. What you need a preacher for? You better not marry with me, and you better not even go. And Lexus Fly, you good, girl.
Y'all
And
horrible. Both of y'all are terrible. Both of y'all are terrible. Terrible.
don't get me wrong. Yes, a pastor does his good service, and sometimes it never ends. But if I'm in a bed with you and think it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 or something, whatever time she's sad, and you calling his phone and say you need a preacher and prayer, it better be some dangerous situation that you need a prayer for that late night. That's booty call hours. She said she been a back burner because you know the first wife. Sometimes the first wife don't become in the forefront. I mean, there's a important role, but sometimes she's the back burner of her husband. And people call late night, and she said the reason why a lot of people date her because not because date her, but they think she's a sex object. Like they will have sex with her, but to date her is a different story. And I said, and I know sometimes I feel that people always date you good enough to have sex with, but I can't. You're not good enough to date. This I know that maybe hurt her self-esteem sometimes a little bit, but she got a lot of energy and she's full of sure of herself. So we'll see how Alexa Fly Joe will play out. How you feel about her?
She got the closet Giselle Bryant wish she had. She came with her little fedora and her red bottoms. I was like, okay, girl, look at you. She was ready. But is it? I don't know how well she's going to do on a show like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like she strikes me that she would do much better like on Love is Blind. Like that kind of thing where you are one-on-one trying to date somebody and that doesn't work and then you switch out for someone else. I don't know how this whole like group dating thing is going to work, especially if you're saying you don't like to share your guy, but technically for all these weeks you got to share the person you're talking to with other people. So that to me just seems a little like you setting my girl up to fail. But okay, girl, shoot, you think this is gonna work out? Knock yourself out, girl.
That's what I'm saying. All right, y'all. And chat, tell me your first impression about the lady. Even though you ain't saw the show yet, tell me your first impression so far. All right, so Stacy. Stacy. Where's she at? Here goes Stacy. All right, so this is Stacy, y'all. She is 39 years old. She works in financial services. She has 3 kids. And I guess her kids trying to hook her up for dates. So they say, Mom, you need to get out and do something. You smothering us. She's been married for over 10 years. She's been divorced. And she was married to a professional basketball player. So, you know how that goes. I mean, he's doing all his stuff and she's staying home, mom, taking care of kids. And he's just living his best life. Everything. I mean, it's just for the money. All that stuff like that. But and then she said when she got divorced with her husband, her son didn't go to college and he went to stay home to help take care of his younger siblings and all that stuff. So I was like, I do feel bad for that because I was like, this boy had to sacrifice his college. I said, nah, you know what? If I was the mother, I said, nah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'll be strong because at the end of the day, I don't want him to get older, which I don't think he will be, but I don't know, to to say, wow, I should have went to college. Even if it was not too late for him to even still go, but I don't know. I sacrificed so much, and I don't want him to get older and say, "Well, I did this for you. I sacrificed for this, and stuff like that." And I lost my child because I was doing that. My father left us, and I was there for the mom. So that's why the kids is trying to push their mom to date and not just be home on stuff. But I just say like the son sacrifices college because I would say that's something sad. So she feels tripped up about it. That's what she wants to find someone who's a family man and all stuff like that. So how you feel about Stacey? Is it like she's a good looking girl? Still like she will be well, but I just don't know why. That
She's
would
very
really.
codependent with her son.
Mm-hmm.
She's very codependent with her son, which I can appreciate and understand because I'm very codependent with my son. It's not right. It's not healthy, which you need therapy for. But I would never get in the way of him going to college and say, "Stay home with me." Like that to me is where the red flag kind of peaked in. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like he wanted to stay and help with the siblings. Like that's really nice, but you should definitely make sure that you are pushing him to
Mm-hmm.
better himself. And especially if he wanted to go, he applied, he got in. You should definitely reassure him that it's okay, you know, to go to college, and even if it isn't necessarily out of state, but to
Yeah,
go
within the same state.
um something. So, so I do find that to be a little like codependent
Yeah.
ish. And the fact that she said she like I don't know. So I think that it just sounds very codependent, but I think she should do fine.
Yeah.
She should do fine.
CF said, I have seen two Lifetime movies. Odds. Oh, snap. Why did he see it was Lifetime movie ish? We better not see these chicks being on Lifetime. All right, so that's Stacy. Okay. Alex said, you look at. All right, so that's Dietrich. Oh, this guy. Ugh. I know y'all might have something to say about him because when we would talk about his story, I said, okay, guy, we'll see you. Dietrich. Diedrich. He's 47 years old. He's a private chef. He has been married twice. And he said he has been single for 2 years. He has two daughters. And he's a father. And he also a grandfather because he has a grandson. So he said was very alarming is that, yes, the next one I want to be with, I have a strong desire to have a son. He wants a son. So if a lady do not want to have kids, is a wrap. That's a deal breaker and everything. And I would say, listen, sir, you have two daughters and you have a grandson. What's wrong with you spoiling that grandson? Why do you feel the need that you need a strong desire to have a son? And baby making is not a figure on demand type of services. If you have another female, you got her pregnant, it could be another girl. It doesn't work that way, especially if the female only give you an XX. It's your sperm to determine who's the sex of the child. So if you get another female, so you go try to keep trying till you get your son, that's messed up. I ain't like that. You 47 years old, you better just stop it right there, cause whatever. So I don't know how would I play off with the females, because if I was someone who was dating him like that, trying to put pressure on me, trying to produce a son, no, boy, you got a grandson. Stick with that. Tracy, how you feel about that?
I think it depends on who he finds, because there was even women on the show who said like my biological clock is ticking, so I need to have a kid. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe he'll hit it off with one of them, and it'll just work its way out evenly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, you know, kind of deal. But for him to say like, oh, I want, I have a strong desire to have a son. Like, if your swimmers didn't make boys the first two times, I
That's
mean,
what I'm
you
saying.
might want to look in the mirror, bruh, because a boy only comes from male side. Women
Yes,
can't do
that's what I'm
that on their
saying.
own.
The
So,
male determines the sex, so it's on you.
I'm just saying. But I feel like he is not going to do well.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say not going to do well, I mean most of the women have kids. They have like multiple kids. They have older children.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have older children, the likelihood that you want to start all over again is very low, like very low. And then most of the women on here are, in their 30s, early 40s. So, if they're going to do it, they have to do it right now. But I think he's going to slim his circle because he said, like, oh, I won't even talk to somebody if they don't want to have more kids. Like,
Mhm.
like something of, and you're a private chef, so do you have like private chef money to where like you could hire a surrogate and
Mhm.
go to the doctor and keep making eggs until you find a boy and then inseminate the boy? Like how does that work? Because you can't just, I mean, naturally it's just the luck of the draw. It's whatever God wants you to have. Then again, you could do all that in vitro and just end up with a ton of girls. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So something about him seems like he's
Yes.
going to narrow his own
Mhm.
margins down very slightly, very quickly, and I, I don't particularly like him too tough. So
Yeah, I didn't get a good impression with him either because when he said all that, I said that's too much. Um, Dakota, yes, that is true. Most of the men on the show does have beards, and some of them look okay, but some of them is too much with it. Diedrich is crazy. Yeah, he's crazy with that. His mentality. CM said he looks like a Tyler Perry villain. I ain't that CM. You sure? He does look like Dakota. That's a question for me. Dakota, that's a question I want to know about that too. Oh, Dakota said, not with them teeth, Diedrich. You can't be demanding stuff with that. Hey, Auntie, but how you doing? What's going on? And how's KJ, the dead and everything? He joined themselves. Happy birthday to him.
birthday boy.
Yes. Hey, family. Dakota was okay. All right. Okay, Miss. Yes, right?
He's funny.
Okay, so next we're going to move to Andre, and let's go back to some of the females. Okay. Here go Andrea. All right, so Andrea is 38 years old. She's a flight attendant as well. She won a God that is put together. And the producers asked her, how long have you been single? She said she's been single since 2004, since college. So that's 17 years. So I said, oof, oof. I mean, you even date, at least a date or something like that, single for 17 years. I mean, a lot of people don't have success, but I don't know. She's been single 2 years. And let me see. Okay, yes.
You know
Yeah, that's
what? I think
great.
I think we also have to remember that like there's a difference between like being in a committed relationship and then dating someone or
Yeah.
dating people. So, because I look at her, I'm like, I need a little more clarification on what your determination is that you're single.
So there, you echoing that.
Hi guys, I just popped in. I'm just waiting. You understand?
Okay.
We just had the whole emotional talk with my cousin. Y'all, okay, keep talking, Miz. I ain't gonna deal with this shit. Go ahead. Next.
Tracy. Go ahead, Tracy. Oh yeah, we echoing. Good deal.
Is it me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you were good earlier. Now you
I wasn't even echoing earlier, bro.
don't say you wasn't.
Pun top. One moment.
Oh, too
Y'all
funny.
kill me.
Yeah, but I just think that for her, she is um like there's definitely a difference between being single and like dating or getting to know people, and then there's being in a committed relationship. So I
Mm-hmm.
think the show maybe makes it sound more like, oh, these women have been just living under a rock or just
Mm-hmm.
so focused on work that they're not even entertaining dating or getting to know men, which I think probably is wrong. I do think that some things have happened. She's dated stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's beautiful, like most of the
Yeah.
women on the show. Um, but I think she was also the one who was talking about her biological clock is ticking. So maybe
Uh,
she can get with Deidre because she ain't got no kids and he wants
yeah.
kids, and they can make that happen. Cause she is like she's put together. She got everything she needs. She good. She's a flight attendant. So I mean, that's about his only shot, I guess.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we have another person who's been single for 17 years, and her name is Liz. Let me see if I can find her. No, she must be down this way. There you go. All right. So Liz, she's another lady in the cast that's been single for 17 years, and she is CEO of a production company. And she said her last guy that she was in a committed relationship with was a cheater. Her last relationship, and she wants someone who's spiritually sound. I mean, they don't have to be religious, but someone grounded and know that's have the higher power, and you follow or whatever laws like that, and you spiritual. So that's it. They didn't get much on her, but she was another one like that. So people want to know like what's happening. She's a beautiful woman, 40 years old. Maybe she was focused on her career more. They
Oh
dating,
yeah. Oh
and
yeah,
that's why
definitely.
she's like, okay, know why I'm 40 now. I want to be serious now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I could definitely say that, she probably spent more time focused on her career. After getting out of a bad relationship, she probably just dove headfirst into her career, and having her own production company is huge for a
Mm-hmm.
woman. Again, she just like the other ladies on the cast is gorgeous. She's good to go, and she just needs to kind of find that missing piece,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. So uh, when I look at this caliber of men so far that we've seen, I'm seeing slim pickings. But um, good girl, good luck, girl.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the next person.
Oh, maybe she'll go good with the first guy, the guy who wife died and he got the
Joel.
twins. Joel, maybe
Joel.
she'll go with him.
That'd probably be a good match. That'd
Yes.
probably be a good match. Because she's grounded and seems like she wants somebody serious. So that'll
Yep.
probably be AJ. Because most of the men I showed you was mostly light skinned men. So AJ is the first dark skinned man they showed us. Oh,
He
he's
look a
nice.
one.
cheater.
What the fuck you mean?
He look like a cheater.
I like
Ain't
to
nobody
love.
dark skin in that panel though, bro.
There's not one with dark skinned men. I just like most of the men I showed you before you came in
No,
was
but I'm saying like her options are slim picking. He was the only dark skinned man. Everybody else was light skinned.
so far.
From the females and the males. That's not fair. What the fuck? Where my chocolate niggas at? Stand up.
I say the chocolate for real. So we got
Hold up.
AJ.
And my dark skinned women. That was all. That was like what's that called? It the paper bag test. Yeah, I know what that is. You know what that is,
Oh,
Liz?
Yeah,
good. Yep.
yes.
Exactly. We need something a little bit darker than a paper bag.
Hmm. So we got AJ. He's 38 years old. He's a music producer for 15 years. And he's another person who said he wants the complete package of the female. He's very direct. And he said he wouldn't be surprised if some of the ladies would know him. So I said, oh, okay. It's because we know sometimes music producer, people in the entertainment business got the reputation that they could just do whatever they want and sleep with whoever they want. So the fact that he said some of the ladies might know him, I mean, just like some of the ladies knew KJ, but he's a radio personality. So people, not KJ, Chris, people know he was a radio personality and people knew who he was. So I don't think it would be the same aspect of this case, but the fact that he would mention that, I said, okay, so maybe somebody probably will know him and we'll see how that goes. But
He be slanging that thing.
yeah,
He ain't fooling nobody. He ain't
Slanging that
fooling
thing like left to right,
nobody. He ain't fooling nobody. Like
left to
he
right.
just
He ain't fooling nobody.
screams. He just
Wait,
screams.
why he look like one of them fake ass pastors though? That be like, I love my wife, but my dick go left to right. Twat, twat, twat.
yes, Momo,
Come
power to
on,
the
you know
black
what I'm
girl.
talking about,
Yeah.
Jay. He's fooling
Yes,
people.
Dakota said, now a cheetah shaking my head. Yeah, he looked like he was. I don't know.
does.
But he said that, he said he slung it around Houston. Most of the women know him, he would do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
He look
mean,
like it
has
though.
he really given up his ways though? Because he definitely look giving me cat daddy vibe, like he's still doing what he do.
For
Like
real.
he got a family on both sides of town. Like
That's
he
what
just
I'm saying.
strikes me as that, just the look alone.
And what we need to
I'm
look
top
at,
that.
these guys being charismatic and handsome and stuff or whatever, we got to look at the ego. Because the
Mm.
ego allows them to have two families on the other side of the road and the other side of the road. Because the women look at them as, oh, he's gonna do this for me. And he uses that against women. He's a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? He's an abuser.
Oh,
Mizzle, isn't he the one who said he wanted all F? Was that
oh,
him?
the fine. What was it?
The
He,
fine, the freaky, all of F's. Was that
he
him,
said
right?
that, yes, he wants the complete package. He said he was
Yeah,
fine, freaky, this, that, that.
yeah.
I said you were all that, but you was not that 15 years he was a music producer. So how you want all this complete package for a woman and you was presenting a complete package from a man? So we'll see how he is. Because yes, he was the one that said that.
Because his ego is going to allow him to say that. He's going to be like, oh, I should want this. I want that. You should be this, this, and that. Nah, because he thinks women should perceive him in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
The devil is a lie.
Let's move to another person who's been bachelor all his life. And I said, I don't know why you're on the show. You're 51 years old. You might just say, you know what, whatever. Let's stop trying.
Wait, Mizzle, go back to the top. Mizzle, go back to the top and scroll up slowly and show all those people again. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it is a lot. It's not a lot of melanin, dark skinned men and females
Do
here.
you
It's
see what I'm talking about? Tracy, you see it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah.
yeah, we
They definitely are a lot brighter.
yes.
Oh
All right, so
goodness.
Troy. Oh yes. So we get to about Troy. And he better be complete package. Yes, Auntie Mama, yes, he better been one to himself. This is what it want to sound like he want this complete package. Sound like a cheater. Yes, that's what I was saying to Cola. He sound like he is. Be a music producer for 15 years and never settled down. Yeah, we know what he was doing. All right,
Yep. He was picking and choosing, picking and choosing.
Troy, 51 years old. He's a regional manager. He has been bachelor for all his life. And he said he's not attracted to voluptuous women. So, I mean, Tressa will not be on his radar. And I think, who else? Venetia probably will not be on his radar either. And the fact that he said that and that he wants a person who's very
Gross.
woman, good body, this and that, all that stuff. I said, you 51 years old, never been a bachelor all your life. You're not attracted to voluptuous women, so you just already canceled out the big, good, beautiful woman, and now you want to stick to the slim, shady type of chick.
But bro, how do you say okay, we gay nigga, okay, let's put that off top, okay, but I know how to appreciate a woman's body, okay, so how the fuck do you say you don't want a voluptuous woman and you got a fucking a pig? That nigga ain't he ain't in shape. So how are you gonna request the type of woman that you want? He ain't in shape, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So how you want a woman that's slim and trim and fat, whatever, back and front, and you ain't even that? So what the fuck are you asking for? That's ego,
He
Yes.
in
dumb
shape.
ass.
He got an egg head. An egg is a shape, and he definitely got an egg head. He got an egg
And egg
head.
is
That's a
a
shape.
An egg is a shape. Yes.
An egg is a shape. He got an
Yes.
egg head.
CM. Yes, he
shit.
does sound like he has some insecurities. The fact that he's been 51 years old and never been. I mean, you don't really have to get married, but at least he never said he hadn't been in long-term relationships before and all that stuff like that. So what exactly are you doing? Are you very picky to the point that you singing out a lot of females because they not the body type you want and all that stuff like that? You not all that attracted to yourself? Or whatever, that's my opinion. But
My
to go
guy,
man,
this is the type of nigga that girls need to do a background check on before they lay with that nigga.
Look here,
They need to do a full background check.
Yeah,
I will say
Tracy.
this right here. He gives me very shallow, very surface level, very
Mm.
I'm not about much, I ain't got much. Um, so I'm gonna shoot for the stars and hope I land something, which is
Yep.
I guess hasn't worked for him in the past. So I don't know why he think it's gonna work for him now. But I'll definitely say if nothing else, that old ugly egghead joker right there shouldn't be telling nobody what he think his preferences is. Thompson, he to catch a Houston. Catch what?
Wait,
Catch a
wait,
what? Herpes?
but catch
Am
that
I
one,
supposed
catch
to get off
that.
the TV?
I would like for a woman's reflection of him. You know how all these niggas come on here, they be like, they be giving man standards and ain't nobody gonna
Oh, they
date
going
you,
to.
bitch.
They going to. And if he not the first
Yeah,
person to go home, he better
I
be the
want a
second.
woman's reflection on it. It's
If he
him
not the
and
first person
Derek
to go
and
home,
that
he
other
better
little
be the
ugly ass
second.
nigga. Yeah,
If
and
he
wait,
not the first, he better be the second.
another thing is you have to understand is how these guys be doing their live videos. They
Mhm.
always do them in like dark corners.
Yes.
He gives me very frog.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at
I
this.
miss him all
Look
day.
at this.
all right. So yes, thank y'all. Y'all like the video, share the video, y'all. So like that. Thank you, y'all. Let me say, and I really appreciate y'all with the comments and stuff. Y'all making my day because it's funny. Two different eyes.
Wait. Is Auntie Momo in Houston?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So Auntie Momo, that's your boy. This is Houston. He is
well,
Houston's finest. He
that's your
said he
people.
is the
That's your
exactly.
people, mama.
He said he is the creme de la creme. So
Well,
that's the
he said
best
he was the
Houston has to
finest. He
offer.
got it all. And been bachelor
That's
for 4 years.
Houston's finest.
Okay.
That's the best Houston got to offer. So
So we got Ida, y'all. So Ida is 37 years old. She's the development manager. She said she's very vocal and she never been married, but she has been proposed to. So sometimes female who's very vocal, I don't know, some men might get turned off by that. So we'll see what's the deadline, how much vocal she will be, and very direct. It's like that. Because I mean, I appreciate a woman who's very vocal, who knows what she wants, it's like that. But sometimes these men, they get like, ugh, she could be too much. So we'll see how this goes. This Tracy, did I miss anything else? I don't know. I don't think I got much about
nope.
Ida.
Bro,
Mm-mm.
bro, I told you. If I can have a wife without I would have a like completely like you know what I'm saying that we
Yes.
had business, you know what I'm saying, we that shit, you know what I'm saying? I would have a wife, but besides that it's a no. But besides that, I know how to, you know what I'm saying, and you know, but a lot
I
of these
told her,
niggas that
hell no.
women be messing with can't keep up with they can't keep up with them. They can't even keep the mentality of, you know what I'm saying, running business, you know what I'm saying, the household and
Hmm.
multitasking, should we say. There we go. They can't even multitask, you know what I'm saying, because they just don't know how to handle business. They want to be old ass little boys and shit, you know what I'm saying? And at some point, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get over your little boy shit and your old man shit, and
Mhm. All right.
that's it.
Tressa. Listen. Tressa is the most voluptuous woman in that show. I was like, oh, you better work, girl. You better. Hope she finds someone.
I,
I root for her.
I don't know though. I don't know
Yeah.
because Vernicia at the front, like I was like,
Yes.
that's cornbread thick all day, every day. But they running neck and neck, a
Yes.
little different ways, but they running neck and neck.
Mm. All right, so we get Tressa. Tressa's 42 years old. She's a comedian and entrepreneur. She said she'd been married. She was married when since she was 19 years old and been married for that person for 13 years. I don't know why she said it before. Now she's completely single. And she has full of energy. I see that with a lot of fact. She has full of energy. She said she doesn't have a habit of attracting homosexuals. And she said, I don't know, I get guys who want to stay from my house, they want to stay with me and getting their laundry done. But other than that, she been tracking a lot of those guys lately. I said, oh, I see you're a
Not
beautiful
the
woman.
homosexual.
She been tracking a lot of homosexuals. That's what she said. And she said, me too.
Wait, wait, did you say the homosexual, JC?
Yeah, that's what she
Not the
said.
This nigga,
homosexual.
he looking for. She said
Yeah,
the
Not
homegirl.
the
homosexual.
homosexual. Not the
Yes.
homosexual.
The niggas is looking for a
Homosexual.
house to stay in.
Yes, she said she attract a lot of that, and then she also said she's a comedian. So sometimes a lot of men, these shows, when they get a woman who make them laugh a lot, they don't feel like they woman material, so they put them in friend zone. I said, come on now, why can't we not all serious all the time? Like you need to have to laugh. So I would like to have someone who can make me laugh and have joy herself and something like that, and not just act like, oh, she too homegirl-ish, or she too that. So I'm hopefully they don't put her in the box like they did Shay, because Shay was the homegirl last season. No, that was not Shay. No, it was somebody else. I think it was Shay. I think she was the homegirl. No, it wasn't her. It was somebody else.
No,
I
because
forgot.
the homegirl ended up with Darren. I don't know if they're still together. But
Yeah.
remember the funny homegirl? She ended
Yeah,
up
the
with
homegirl. They
Darren.
put her the homegirl. She left early because they deemed her homegirl because she was funny. She made them laugh. She's like that. So I would say, why is that? Because she's whatever. She can't have to be serious and damsel in distress for you to even want to be her and be a wifey. So hopefully Tresha can make it long lasting because I do feel like a lot of these shadow men will feel like, oh, she's a homegirl and she go limiting her early, and I don't want that. Don't want that. And she's a full figure woman, a beautiful woman too. Come on, and she has to, yeah. But to track
Oh
the
yeah,
homosexual,
bro. I
girl,
don't
you
like
track the
the damsel in
homosexuals.
distress shit. I don't like the damsel in distress attitude. Like I feel like they're victimizing themselves. If that makes sense, you know. So I don't want the damsel in distress. I want the bitch that's gonna punch everybody in the face and let me jump in.
Yeah, but I'm just fearful that they just go be my homegirl because she's a comedian, and she could be funny and still be a wife. So Tracy, how you feel about her? Because I like her, so I'm just fearful that they go deem a homegirl.
I like her. I I I think it does need to be one of those things where you need to balance between being funny, being a comedian, and then being seriously interested in being in a relationship. And
Mm-hmm.
it could definitely come off where you are, when you're trying, not trying, but when you're always so funny and so cool and this and that, it could easily turn from seeing you as an actual relationship to putting you in a friend zone. We do it all the time. We friend zone men all the time when we are too nice. Oh, we'll friend zone a dude quickly. Like, oh, you're so sweet. You're just like my little brother. You're just so nice. We do it to men too. So it's not like it's just a one-way street for friend zoning. Women
That's true.
definitely do it.
That's
So,
true.
you
It's
know,
not. It's a double way street. Like a lot of my bro friends, my guy friends, they friend zone me and call me little sister.
Yep, that's true.
yeah,
Women do
So,
friend zone guys
so they're
too. When they,
comfortable
yeah.
with me. I'm not a woman in any way, shape, or form, but they view me as that, and they be like, okay, so that's where they friend zone me.
yep.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where you have to actively try and pursue someone to let them know that you are not just wanting to be a friend with them. So I do
Mm-hmm.
think that there's a balance, and that's not just for a woman, that's for a man too. Like
Yep.
there is a balance that both, that you would need to have so you could have somebody take you seriously. I don't know if she will convey that, but I think she will. I think especially at this point in her life, she understands like, yeah, I'm funny, I'm cool, I tell jokes, I do this, I do that, but I want more than just that. So let me show you another side of me. Because for most people, there are multiple sides of you. It's not like you're
Mm-hmm.
being shady or two-faced or someone different. There's just multiple pieces to who you are as a person. So hopefully we see more of that interested in a relationship, trying to actively date, and not necessarily as much of,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm a comedian. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I wondered, I was like, is she really here to date or is she here to put herself out as a comedian?
Exposure.
Like,
That could be something.
exactly. Like, because
But
women don't get as much exposure in, like, the comedy
she gives
world.
me
They don't get that
multifaceted.
much exposure. Yeah.
She gives me
So I'm like,
multifaceted. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
She gives me character, texture. You know what I'm saying? She has more than just I'm a pretty girl, or she's both. She's a funny girl.
mhm.
She's a pretty girl, and that's what she's trying to apply. She gives me multifaceted
Okay.
duality.
Yeah, I want to see because they mostly got most petite small girls, and she got her Venetia was the most voluptuous woman. So they need to make it. They need to love too, y'all. Christian, 36 years old.
Okay, no,
He's a,
wait. This is okay. Okay, husband, okay. My husband- Okay, this guy's attractive, but he looks like a cheater.
I didn't get to say it yet. And you already got it. I didn't get to say it yet. That was the story, basically. Oh my gosh. He was
I'm gonna put it on the table. We ain't
36
gonna play.
years old. He has been sober for 3 years, so he was an alcoholic. And yes, he was a man player. Yes, you got a nail to the head. Or before I even said anything. So now he ready to settle down and be with the women. But I said, you've been playing around and drinking us like that. And we see how that goes. Ain't much about him. So how y'all feel about these two people? Because it wasn't much. You basically nailed it. This person.
We gonna say no to him. We gonna say no to him.
And why he had to be a Taurus? Like, how dare you be a drunk cheater and a Taurus? Like, ridiculous.
Wait, a drunk bull. A drunk bull.
And a cheater. Like, how dare you? Like, how dare you?
My nigga, like, who's your mama?
Like, you giving us Taurus a bad name. Like,
For
how
real.
dare you?
He's a no.
Yeah, so let's move on to the next person.
Next.
All right, so it's Khalil. Let me find him. All right.
Oh, okay, Ronald Isley. Okay, come through, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
So Khalil, 41 years old. He's a teacher.
Okay. The reason why you would speak to this type of man is because he's over his 40s. You know what I'm saying? He know better.
He's seasoned.
If he don't know better, he's a hoe too.
Auntie Momo, you said nope. Thumbs down.
He got that loud.
Who you talking about, Auntie
That's
Momo?
that Lowry. You know what I'm saying?
Christian, or you talking about Khalil? Because I say, Khalil, you dumbed down to Khalil that quickly. Khalil is 41 years old. Teacher. He got into that car accident. He married to the woman, nursed him back to health, and they got an annulment because I guess it didn't work out. And he said he into intellectual, voluptuous woman, and then that's it. And I just find it that the only way he got married to the girl.
It. You cut it up. That's it. Okay.
Oh, Khalil. Yeah, she said Khalil, thumbs down. So how I feel about those? Because I think he said the only way he got married to the girl because he was out of the country. He got in a car accident. He married to her because she nursed him back to health, and it got an annulment. So basically, it basically says he never got married.
Oh, so he was the damsel in distress. Oh, okay. He was the damsel in distress. Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh, shit.
You took care of me, so I'm going to marry you.
The damsel.
He's a damsel.
Yeah, he was the one.
He was a damsel. I had a car accident and she took care of me.
Exactly.
So I married her.
The prince by the princess. Yep. He got saved by the princess.
He got saved.
Yeah.
You know what?
Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you.
Oh goodness. I will say this. Because he has been through some things, right?
Yep.
I do see that it is possible that he could, make a good husband, but something about him gives me very controlling, not controlling as in I'm gonna do something to you, but I want to be in charge of everything. And
Christian controlling.
Yes. Yep.
There you go.
I'll use Christian the Bible against you type of control. Like that.
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Yes, yeah. And so that's what she said. She said, "Hell no." So, thumbs down. All right, next is
Yeah,
Amber.
I'm glad we matched that up. Christian controlling ass nigga, and
Mm-hmm.
he and
Yep.
he and he is that attractive black man to do such.
You know what? Because you know how it used to be back in the day where it was like, oh, if you get a girl pregnant, you had to marry her. It was like, oh, you took care of me, so I'm gonna have to marry you now. Like, yeah, one of those type of controllers. He ain't right. He ain't right.
He ain't
Yeah,
right.
you got the woman intuition. Yeah, something's awful with him, right?
And wait, baby girl right here, that's the one that's gonna slit your tires and key your car.
So Amber is 31 years old. She's a criminal attorney, and
Mm.
they say a lot of people are shocked by her profession because she's an attorney. So they don't think that she's very combative and argumentative. So and she said she had a hard
I already
exterior,
clocked her. I don't even know who she is, and I already clocked her. No,
but
she's
she
going
said she's an
to.
all around girl. So I say, Amber, it's gotta be you're gonna have a thin line. You don't have to argue with men every day. She said she don't want to come home and argue with her man when she arguing her professional job during the day. So which is
That makes
understandable,
sense.
but
Not gonna happen, but that makes sense.
I mean, hope she's not a Simone. Hope she's not a Simone. I'm
No,
asking.
you know what? You know who she'll go good with? The guy who looked like JJ Fish, the pushover who got cheated
The
on,
push your back.
and they said it was okay. Him, she'll go real good with him because he a pushover. He just agree with whatever you want, so, and then she ain't got to argue.
Wait, wait,
Then she ain't got to argue.
wait. If you line her up with the only dark skinned nigga that you seen that was before,
No,
they will
no, no,
fight.
no.
He
He
missed
light
his ride.
bright.
He was a
Oh
light
yeah, he
bright person.
light bright. Oh, he light bright. Nah, nah, not him. No,
No,
he
the
ain't
dark
dark
skinned
skin.
one with the beard, the one we said was the pastor.
Oh
Oh,
goodness, no,
oh,
no,
If they
no.
link up together, they would have a long relationship because they're both strong and bullheaded. They would actually last longer.
Oh,
They
okay.
would because she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna get a divorce, and he's gonna be like, you ain't gonna divorce me, bitch, and she's gonna be like, no, and then they would stay together the longest. Oh God, she would be like, I'm gonna give my criminal attorney. What was it? She's a law professor and all that shit. She'd be like, no, I need you to wait till you 65, and when you die, nigga, that's when I'm divorcing you.
Yeah. Yes, Dakota. Yes, it's hard to find people who got a sense of humor. We all laugh at Kiki and Kai Kai. I love it. I love it. That's makes the thing today good.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
laughing right now.
yeah, love it. It's like that. And we can get serious, but we can laugh as well. That's what I'm saying. That's part of life. All right.
What's
So
the next one? Go to the one up top with the bang, the bang yang yang. Nah,
the fan.
yeah,
you see how they all look like each other?
David.
Wait, y'all play games? What in the Grand Theft Auto?
Here's David. Okay, so
Okay, Tracy, take it. Tracy, go ahead. Run on, go.
Okay, wait. Let's hit the backstory, David, because I think David was the one I kind of trusted.
yes, David said David is a real estate agent. He's 44 years old. He said he has a parents that divorced after 40 years old. After 40 years, and his parents got divorced. So now he's like kind of scared about it. He said he is very picky. It's like that. And he had been married twice, and he got 4 kids. And he also married people. He married constantly, so he does marriages himself. And I said, okay. So I don't want him to use his parents' divorce now as a thing to hamper him to get married. And I don't know how picky he will be in this process.
But I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Listen,
I
he a
don't think he will
Taurus. He got
be
to
that
make
guy.
up for the other one. He got to make up for the other Taurus. He got to.
Okay, yeah, he
Come on
got
now.
you. Yeah.
We both can't be terrible, man. Come on. Both of the male Tauruses can't be terrible. They can't.
Right, you know
Please.
exactly.
Somebody got to do me some sort of
Okay,
justice,
because
and
because
defend us Tauruses.
the Taurus is the bullhead one or the one that just want to handle household. You know, so
Yeah.
you can be
So
an
I'm
asshole or you can
hoping.
handle shit. So it's either or with the Taurus.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm hoping that he is, especially with, his age. He's been married a couple times. He done been through some stuff. I mean, unless he was cheating, and that's why he got a divorce, but he ain't mentioned that. But I come on, just don't do me wrong. Just
But
make
I
sure
don't know, like you know what I'm saying. Like a Taurus can be like just okay. Again, I'll re go back to the bullhead. Either he just bullheaded as fuck, or
yeah,
he
continue
just
talking. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom quick. Continue talking.
so
Yeah,
so maybe he didn't you know what I'm saying get together with who he was married to. So either again bullheaded or I'm running the household.
yeah. I hope that he is a decent guy. Because again, I can't have too many. I don't need no more terrible tourists just making us look bad. Like
You don't
because
need
the
no
other
Taurus in your
tourists, I'm like,
broken
oh yeah,
home.
nah, I ain't had no faith in that one. I was like, oh no, he about to be terrible. Like he just looked terrible. Like somebody who just looked like they gonna cause problems and do you wrong. That's what the other one looked like. The drunk cheater. I was like, how you a tourist and you a drunk and you a cheater? Like nothing about that sounds like a good idea. But okay.
I'm looking at
So
his face though. I'm looking at
yeah,
his face and I'm thinking that okay, you check me if I'm wrong with this, but he can be tamed.
yeah, maybe we'll go with that. Hopefully that works out. Cause
He looks
man,
like he's capable, you know what I'm saying? Like he can, you know what I'm saying? You can put him in his place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, David.
yeah,
That's onto my yeah. David got nice teeth. Yeah, he does got nice teeth. Well, okay, Mr. Grand Theft. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Oh, okay. Nah, he got that drunk cookout uncle.
Wait,
Yeah,
you got that drug cooker? Okay,
drunk
yeah,
cookout
y'all get on my
uncle.
nerve.
Yes. I said you better shoot, David. You better do it. Shoot. All right. We get Kyra. She's the last person who was shown because the 20th person is someone from last season. And so Kyra, where's
Why?
she at?
Okay, wait, Ms.
ooh,
Okay, wait. Okay, just
Uh-huh.
pause right there, Ms. Go back to this, the shot right there. 2 seconds.
Okay. Ooh.
Go back. Okay, scroll down. No, no, well, scroll up. Scroll up. Tell me that all these niggas don't look alike. Tell me
it's
that
that
he takes
it
all
must
the
be the
things.
Houston in them. It must
It's
be
the
the
all.
Houston
It's
in
all
them.
this, and that's a female right there. That's a woman.
He's a wild.
With the short haircut. That I thought it was all 5 men, but it was only
Oh, you know
right
about
there.
it. Oh shit.
Right there. Oh, wait,
I
you
know.
can't tell. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, no, go ahead. No, you talk about her.
Well, I don't. The one that was over there, like, go scroll up. Stop right there. The dark skinned guy. One, two, three, four, five. I thought that was four. I thought there was 5 gentlemen, but it's 4 gentlemen and 1 woman.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I would say this, right? I feel like the caliber of women is much higher than the caliber of men on this show this season, which is
Okay.
sad. Because last season, I think the problem was the everybody was too like headstrong in a business and just too far gone to really get with it, care, be willing to make the sacrifices for the other people. But this season I was like, these women seem real. Like you got a woman who owns her own production company, and then you got a salesman. Like
Right, Alec. Good night.
that seems very um you know not
Suspect.
to say not to say that it can't work, because it can, but the caliber of women, so you got like an attorney, you got multiple business owners, and then it's like the guy is like, oh, I'm in marketing, I'm in sales, I do. I'm like, and then the men aren't as attractive as the women are. But
Okay, but
normally
no,
for women,
but
it's not as bad because we
this
tend
is
to
a
fall in love
double-edged
with
sword.
like personalities. We're willing to, you know, look past the way you look because we
No,
see
but this
great
is where,
qualities in you. But the
okay,
men don't seem to have great qualities.
Tracy, wait. It's a double-edged sword. You can go from
Okay,
who's making money, who's making less money, so on and so forth, who's more attractive, and so on and so forth. What you're explaining is women handling what niggas do. Like she's the breadwinner, she's the prettier one, the more, you know what I'm saying? And guys got to catch up to it.
let's introduce Kyra, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Oh, Dakota said, "You sure there's not a cast of Tyler Perry movie?"
Maybe
For
whole
real,
fact.
like
Man,
Whole fact.
Made to Love edition. All right. Okay, with KJ Bates. Okay, we see you when you come back. I'll Kyla. Kyla is the last person shown in the cast, and she's an attorney. She has a college sweetheart that she was married to. No, she had a college sweetheart that she was dating, and for 9 years, but he cheated. And she liked her chocolate men, and she's around the world corner street girl, and she said she also an attorney herself. And
okay,
Think
she
about it.
kept.
All the women have, not all the women, but most of the women have issues with men who cheated, and most of the men are ex-cheaters. Like,
yeah,
how does this work?
don't know how that
She said
works.
it though. That was that. She said it though. That was true.
Yeah, but most of the women on here have had infidelity issues. Most of the women who we read off the thing have infidelity issues, and most of the men have admitted to being cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
And the men are more proud of being cheaters, and the women are more ashamed of being, have the infidelity. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah, so the men are like, yeah, I'm cheating. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing back with bitches, and the women are like,
yeah, yeah. So it's like I don't know how that's gonna work when all y'all got infidelity issues, and then all of these men talk about they used to cheat. They openly talk about how they used to cheat too. Like, because
Yeah.
what was it last season? I think it was last season where we didn't figure out the guy was a cheater till he had got on the show, and then the women was like, "Oh no, you can't. Oh no, we picking you because you're a cheater." But these
Yeah.
men openly admitted to being cheaters, so
and
it's
they and
like,
they, and they
ooh,
proudly speak about being cheaters. And we have to look at these reality shows, how they cast these people, and these guys are comfortable. Like, I'm cheating on this,
yeah,
so they have to cast them in that way.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah.
And if y'all notice, it was only 19 people that shown. So the wife asked her, I said, hold on, that was only 19 people. Because I was counting my thing. I thought I was counting one on my sheet. I said, oh, it's only 19 people. What's the 20th person? The 20th person is someone who they brought back in the last season. Because they usually don't bring back any person from the last previous season. But they gave him a second chance because he got dealt a dirty hand last season.
He
This
did.
girl, Naya,
You
took
talking
him
about
off.
the guy that was on the show, the main guy, Miz?
No, Tommy, he's the host, but the guy who's the 20th person, he was from last season, and he was a contestant, and he got dealt with other hair because he was a girl named Naya swooped him up and took him out of everybody else, and he didn't give other people a chance because they were together, and then she just played him to the side, and then he got eliminated. So Chris is back, and I don't think they have his picture right now. No. So when I do reviews and everything, I will hopefully they will add his picture on this thing on this cast, and we'll do that. So that was Ready to Love, y'all. It's coming on Fridays around 8 or 9 o'clock on OWN. So it's a dating show. It's really good. I enjoyed it. So we'll see how that goes, and I guess we'll continue doing this on more live. If I do recording, I would have to start doing this overlays and stuff like that because it will be hard to do the review without having the pictures of the person that I'm talking about. So I will have to just see if I'll probably just do a live. All right, y'all. So let's jump to the next thing. All right, so it's something that I had sent to my group people of my panel, and I want to see what y'all thoughts about this because it was kind of funny. All right, so let me share this. Oh, let me move this. And I think, no, did I share it? Tracy, I think I shared this with you. I'm not sure. Let me see if I shared it with you or not. All right, share screen. see. That's that. All right, so it was a scenario on the shade room. The shade room, I follow them and they post like different stuff like that, and I be looking at this stuff and they be posting those funny stories. All right, so I'm gonna read this and I want to ask y'all what exactly is wrong with she was saying and all this like that.
Okay, read it out loud, miss.
All right, so I was told to babysit my stepson because the mother will be working the whole weekend and my boyfriend went home. And
You said this
accidentally,
earlier.
yeah, I
Okay.
did it with y'all, so I want to chat to see what they say. Accidentally, I received a picture from an unknown number of them both on vacation. I've been crying nonstop. My heart, and she put a laugh emoji, crying, and she's heartbroken. And the shade room asks us, how will y'all handle this situation? So I was like, I said, first of all, I said, like me, and then I would ask y'all opinions. I know, no, before that, hold up. Before we go there.
Bro, off top, I already what I told Auntie Momo. I would
Yeah.
have called the first available person, family member, and dropped them motherfuckers off.
So, all right. So, first of all, what was the? I said the first thing I found out was messed up with this is that she said she was told to babysit. I said, first of all, I don't know how y'all feel, but nobody gonna tell me when I go babysit someone. I said, no, if I feel like babysit someone, I will babysit someone. And you said I was told to babysit your son, and the fact that the mother will go away for work and you going home. I said, what's wrong with you taking your own kid home? Where's home that you can't take your own kid? And I had to babysit you? Nah. So that's one
Go
thing I
back to
found out
the
was
first
messed up.
word you said, bro. You said told.
Yep.
She was told.
Yeah, she was told, you're going to watch my son. And then the second thing is, she said she was accidentally receive a picture. First of all, it was no accident, girl. They purposely planned that trip behind your back and send you that thing just throw in your face, especially that baby mama. Maybe she said, oh yeah, I got your man. Yes, I'm still messing with him. We still doing this. And we'll send you a picture. You know, my accident send you a picture of some them together and you're going to blow up his freaking cover. No, nobody do that.
No,
They
but Miz, we gotta look at it. Either they threw it in her face, like you said, threw it in her face, or someone snitched on their friend to be like, bitch, you stupid. So we can go two of them. So either the lady was like, or somebody snitched on her to be like, oh yeah, bitch, you playing stupid, babysitting somebody else's kid, you know? So either or. You gotta like look at it like both.
Yes. And then another thing I got messed up was this. She said she would babysit her stepson, and then she put boyfriend. I said, I don't know what world you in, girl, but
Is you
boyfriend.
married to him, bitch?
That's what I'm
For him
saying.
to be your
That's what you think of his existence that he gonna be married to you, or you thought that in your mind that he's your husband. Because I was like, he is not your stepson. So the fact that you got obligated to be told to babysit his son, and he couldn't take his son home, or she can't find nobody to watch her child while she's worked the whole weekend, but they told you to do that. Girl, you played yourself.
she's kind of slow, and I bet you 25 cents that she paid for the whole trip. She paid for her shit and that nigga shit, the airplane and the hotel. So both of them is stupid as fuck. The bitch that's babysitting and the one that took him on the trip is both not smart.
So Tracy, what do you feel about this?
Wait,
Listen,
Tracy was thinking,
the
shit.
fire department still no. The fire department still take drop offs, right? Just
Yeah.
anonymous drop off children. Oh, okay. Because that's exactly where your baby would have been dropped the fuck off. But I don't know where the mama at or the daddy. I don't
That's
know.
what
But
I'm
then when they
saying.
get them back, they had this hot CPS case because they abandoned their child. The devil is a lie. I was like, but you know what? I can understand dating someone, and if you are seriously dating them and they have a child, calling their child your stepchild. I can understand that. You know, especially if it's like a small child. If you are seriously dating someone and they have a kid, you you accept their kid as your own, regardless of what it is. So okay, I can rationalize you calling your boyfriend's kid your step kid, because if you really want to make it work with someone, you definitely have to be willing to accept their children. Well, not
You
always.
look
I mean, there's
forward
some
to that. You
cold-hearted
look
people,
forward to
but
it.
most of the time, you want somebody who's willing to accept your child from a previous relationship. But I agree with Sir Neil. I think somebody um was like, "Oh, girl, she's stupid. Look what I found online," but they didn't want to tell her. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be the one to tell her, so you create a quick Google voice number and send it to her that way. So it's not tied to your phone number, but you can rub it in her face. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think somebody rubbed it in her face, and I don't think that the child's mother would do that, because they have at home with your kid. So it wouldn't be her. It was a
Oh yeah, it would
friend
be
or a
somebody
friend of
else,
a
right? Yeah,
friend. Yeah, it
that would
was
be
a
something.
friend or a friend of a
Yeah,
friend who was
when
like, "Oh,
Tracy
she's
said that,
stupid."
look, when Tracy said that, okay, let's look at the triangle part. Okay, so the baby mom probably called her girlfriend to tell her to put it on Facebook or to contact that girl, and not so she was not in it, you know what I'm saying, she wasn't
Hmm.
attached to it, but she called her girlfriend to rub it in the face. I know your cousin, your whatever, and that's how it got to her.
Mhm. Yes. CM said I filed abandonment for him and charged him one time so I could enjoy my vacation. This kid got abandoned. I don't know this child for a can of paint. I don't know this child. That's
Ain't my
it.
child. That baby don't look like me. Like,
And I said, where is the
That,
freaking
that
family?
baby ain't none of mine. That baby
That's
ain't
what
none of
I said.
mine.
I don't know who's the bad. I
look,
like
the
Tracy
fire
said,
department still take
fire
kids.
department. Yes. To call and say, I will book a flight and take the kids, whatever they are, and drop them off. Take your vacation by yourself.
Wait,
Look here.
Go where
what?
you at?
What
Mm.
age?
I'll go where
We
you at.
can't drop children off that ain't like they got to be infants. We can't take them to the fucking
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. The fire
Yeah, what's the
department will
age
accept
range?
any. There is no age range. The fire department said any minor. That joker could have been 17. They a minor. They getting dropped off at the fire station. That's child abandonment. They ain't grown. Drop
For
them
real.
off, like right there at the firehouse. They don't ask no questions. Like, they
And
don't
the
ask
fact
no
that y'all
questions.
took the vacation together, knowing that it might come out, I was like, oh yeah, I would have packed that car, whoever the closest family member, take it to the house. I said, I'm not taking care of this.
Drop the
See, y'all
motherfuckers
nicer than
off.
me. Y'all said
Drop.
closest family member. Y'all nicer than me. I just
Yeah,
drop the
you
kids
like
off
you
at the
said,
fire
you said
department.
fire
You want to
department.
know
They
why?
got
That way, when you come back, you got these CPS charges. You got these
Yes.
abandonment
They said,
charges.
well,
Your kid in foster care, and now you looking there trying to figure out how to get the baby back.
for
No,
real.
heifer. Oh, wait.
wait,
You want
no, Tracy,
what?
you want the
You
baby
want?
to be safe. You want the baby to be safe. We ain't
Look,
No,
we
but
know
Well,
better.
I
if my
bet you
first
bet.
Sunday,
Look,
I gotta watch the
look.
child to go
I
to
bet you
vacation.
better get your butt back here quickly. Then move your feet expeditiously and fly your butt back to get your baby.
Wait,
You still got
okay,
time to
wait.
reclaim your child. I don't know what to
Hey,
tell
but
you.
Tracy, they in Florida. We in California. So they took their ass for spring break over to Florida. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, when they gonna get a phone call soon.
They was
Shoot.
all over Florida, and we in
Look here.
California. So that's
Look.
what they did.
Drop the baby
Spring
off in
break.
their car seat on your mama doorstep. Ring the doorbell and run.
That's what I
Like,
said. Bang bang, and I'm leaving out here. I said, "Who child is this?" I said, "Ain't my child." And we won't be coming back.
Tracy, you gonna drop it off and run away. Drop it off and
like
run.
ding dong ditch, like you did when you was a kid.
For real. Drop the baby off and gone.
Well,
Hey, my part up. That baby don't look
say
like
Renee,
me.
how you would feel when somebody did that to you? I know you wouldn't like that either. Sure, go tell me I gotta watch your son, and then you gonna go to vacation with the baby mama? No, this is not gonna happen. Sure. Mm-mm.
Good luck with
And
that.
another thing is that a lot of men and women are getting off on being comfortable cheating. Like, I'm cheating with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? So the baby mom is getting off on, you know, putting a child on the side chick. You know what I'm saying? And so she's like getting off on that, like, yeah, I still fuck this nigga, and I'm still doing this and that, whatever. Bitch, you watch my child, and I'm taking this nigga. So we gotta look at that.
So did the boyfriend? Dakota said, did the boyfriend drop his kids off to the girlfriend, and then she find out that he's on? Yeah. So what we basically the thing said, she was told by the boyfriend to watch her stepson, and because the father was going home, and the mother was working all weekend, so they had nobody to watch the son. So he told her to watch the kid, and then she found out because they sent a picture to her that they was on a vacation. So they both planned this lie to go somewhere and
Bro,
to watch the kid. The friend, yeah, I know we got it, but
Miz, the boyfriend is the hoe.
Yes, we know that.
He the hoe. He the one that he bouncing to and fro. He's the hoe.
We know that. So that's what happened. Yes. So she was told to watch the kid, and they sent out the picture to her, and now she found out. Now she's crying. I said, I know what you're crying for. You better do what Tracy says. Drop that baby off the fire station. All right, so that was that. That was fun. For real.
When you said bye, drop it off. Drop the baby off real quick.
Well, Auntie Mom would say the same thing, and I Googled that. She said you would drop the baby off to the fire station too. So she said the same thing. All right, let's share the screen. What's the next one? Let me see. All right, so we all saw or heard about Lisa Raye McCoy. She is determined to be the villain and want everybody to curse her out. She is just determined. So let's talk about that real quick. Let me read it, and then we're going to discuss it. So actress Lisa Raye McCoy says society is so sensitive now after New York radio host Rob Lederman was fired for colorist comments. Lisa Raye McCoy is at odds with the social media as well as her Cocktails with Queens co-host over her reaction to crass comments from a former radio host who black woman to levels of a toaster. Earlier this week with the talk show, McCoy defended Rob Lederman, who was a DJ for the WGRF 97 rock station in upstate New York. The actress sparked division on the program and outrage on Twitter for her response. It all began when the co-host Claudia Jordan started a discussion about Lederman, who explained how he uses a toaster dial to gauge the attractiveness of black women. He name-dropped tennis star Serena Williams, saying that her skin tone was too dark for his liking. Lederman, who is white, uttered the words on March 24th during the Morning Bull show on the Buffalo, New York radio station. After playing the clip, Jordan and co-host Celia Johnson condemned Lederman's comments. Actress Vivica is also co-host of Cocktails with Queens, said, "You a ish." Johnson said on Lederman, nothing that Williams is married to. Oh, she said, noted that Williams is married to a white billionaire man. McCoy interjected with a different perspective. She said, wait a minute. What I heard was an opinion. She stated, I heard that he's saying that he won't go as far as dating dark black women. He's comfortable with going with a color Halle Berry. What's wrong with that? That's colorism. He could have said that differently, Johnson said. Jordan agreed, saying that there's certain things that you just cannot belt out on the airwaves that's getting sponsorship and catering to the mass audience. She called it insensitive to compare us to toast. Basically, that's what it was.
Boy, you better go ahead now, Mizzle, because I'm about to go in.
You better go in. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to make this point right now and make it super clear, and it's the only point I want to make, is that Lisa Raye was of that time frame where colorism worked, where the light-skinned girl was the popular girl. So you can say those things strongly and be confident in it in her brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no motherfucking Steve Wilkos lie detector test, because she believes that. That's how she believes that, because she came up in that era. But she needs to know the difference and the panel that she sits on, why she got into the the conversation with everybody else on the panel. You know, she needs to understand that her generation is different, way different. If we in our 30s, early 30s, late 30s, Lisa Ray is in her early 40s, about to be 50. But we got to understand that she was in that colorism time frame where those women were celebrated for being lighter.
Well, before go to Tracy, let me read the rest of this. It says, however, McCoy stood firm with her opinion that what Lederman said was not that big of a deal. I'm not there with it. I just think that we are so sensitive now. Fox finally speak up and saying that McCoy is not what you say, it's how you say it. He tried to do it to shock value, and it was an epic fail. And the owner said that he was fired from the controversy, and I think he apologized as well for saying that it was on insensitive. He didn't know all that stuff like that. And he gonna learn. He gonna take courses, whatever he said.
My
And
nigga, no, you cannot evaluate women's color to
yeah,
toast.
we
Who
know
does?
that. That's what I'm saying. And I don't understand why. No, let me go to Tracy. Tracy need to say this. Go ahead, Tracy. To go to Lisa Ray is a light skinned chick. She ain't white.
I would say that I don't know if Lisa Ray is, or if the women on the show all have to take a turn, like just being opposite of the rest of the group, or just like shock value, or just for trolling, or just to get people to watch the show. Because like I don't watch Fox, so like I don't watch the show, but I find myself having to watch so I could see what dumb thing Lisa Ray done said, or what dumb thing Selena Johnson, or what dumb thing Vivica Fox said. Because they all, or Claudia, they've all had their time where you're like, you can't be this stupid. Like, really? You can't be this naive. You can't be this.
Well,
So a
You
part of
can't.
me truly feels like they are doing this to keep the buzz of their show going, and they're okay with it because they rotate out who's going to be, the oddball out, to be the different one, to state a different opinion, to
Oh,
justify something that's going on, so
may I
that
say this?
it seems to be okay.
May I say this? It's like what's that little nigga's name? Lil Nas X. Everything he's doing is to troll everybody.
mm-hmm,
So they're saying things to troll people, to bring in the friction, to bring in the likes, to bring in the views. So they're
mm-hmm.
saying
Hmm.
things salacious. He's doing everything salacious, just like what she did. Because we have to remember that Lisa Ray is the bad girl. Remember Players Club. Remember all the movies she's in. So she's playing on that character archetype that she is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's understandable. But is she playing or she is like that? Because it seems like she's just not the only time she defending people who make colorist statements, and she go off the bat and saying that it go off to say that we all sensitive.
Okay, now let me be honest.
Uh-huh.
We are a little sensitive
We
right now.
can
We
be.
are. We
Yeah.
definitely are a little sensitive, because when they was going off on Cher, I was like, okay, now y'all is, I'm gonna need y'all to wrestle that back. That girl didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
That lady didn't say nothing wrong or crazy. She didn't say nothing different than the way most of us felt. Like, oh, maybe we could have done something so this wouldn't have happened. So we are a little sensitive right now. We are, but that
This
this
situation.
issue right here,
Yeah,
this
it
ain't
wasn't.
like this ain't a sensitivity issue. Which makes me believe that they all have to play their turn of being the antagonist, of being the person on the opposite side. Because Vivica has done it,
Mm-hmm.
Claudia has done it, Selena has done it, and then they all come out a week or two later and was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I'm
And
sorry.
I
I'm voicing
apologize.
my
And
opinion."
exactly. I'm sorry.
And then they move on like nothing ever happened. And then you notice it's never the same one again the next time. It's always somebody different. And then they rotate it out. So I do think
Here you
a part
go,
of
bro.
their show is,
It's a character. It's a character archetype. It's a
yeah,
character move.
I do. I
How
do think that for their show, they need they need to have some sort of opposing opinion, right? So that they to keep, because if there's no drama, what are people really going to watch? Not to say that there's drama or an issue or any type of infighting, but if they're not talking about something and making controversy, why would you really watch? Because they're literally just talking about stuff that has already happened, stuff that already played out, stuff that most YouTubers are currently doing. They're not talking about anything that people don't already know or haven't already seen. They're talking about
And
regular topics.
another thing is that why do we have to get to the point where it has to be controversy? Why it has to be flamboyant? Why does it have to be at these topics at hand to get the resolve for the views? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I think
because at the end of the day, they are a network, so they do need to get ratings, and they are a newer network. They are a smaller network.
that Fox
So
that Fox
I
Soul that Fox Soul is growing up. Them
Yeah,
are
it's grow
building up.
it is growing. But you have to think Claudia has 3 shows on Fox Soul that she pitched. Fox Soul is relatively very new. It isn't like something that's been out for a really long time. Fox Soul is
No,
really new.
it's via quarantine because just like
Yeah,
what we're doing
yeah,
now, we're on
yeah.
Mizzle
It's
show,
in its
we're on Mizzle
yeah.
show, like Auntie Momo show. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
all this this
Yeah.
demographic of working us communicating,
Oh yeah. So it
it
is.
is
So it's in its
our platform.
infancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's in its infancy, but that show has the potential to make it onto, like off of YouTube, onto, like onto like national TV and things like that, because it does have Fox behind it. So
Mm-hmm.
they do have a better chance if they can get
The
their numbers up.
name,
That's no different than like Zeus. Zeus Network does the same thing. You go to Zeus, you if you get pretty good ratings, WeTV will pick you up. VH1 will pick you up. Jocelyn Cabaret. There are multiple shows who's done this kind of thing, and then they get onto a bigger network, a bigger platform. So I do think especially with what's that, the talk is that the one that Sharon Osbourne was on, with them being
yeah,
on hiatus, them not getting the numbers, them having that controversy. It also is trying to fill in the spot to say, ensemble cast of all Black women can do kind of this same thing. We can say things or not say things for shock value, but because I don't think what she said was terrible. I think what she said was towing the line to make it salacious and not be like discriminatory or wrong. Because I mean, yeah, you could always argue the point of, hey, yeah, this is my opinion, right? Because you can always argue that point because it is your opinion. Everybody has one. You can't take that away from
well,
somebody. Now, was
you
what they
can't
said
tell me that from
inappropriate and
somebody.
wrong? Yeah, but they all have an opinion. So I think,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's why I
everybody
said
has
I
to
think
opinion.
they rotate out being the bad guy for the show.
Her
I do.
um, Sharon's opinion is her opinion as an individual, but we have to understand that she has a racial bias to her opinion, and she
Mm,
does, and she
You know
does.
what?
She okay.
I
Well,
watched
she
the
wait,
show.
Tracy, wait,
You know what?
Tracy.
I watched the episode before that, and she explained why what she was trying to explain about Pierce Morgan so much better on the episode before that. Like she actually articulated, she
I don't know
explained it in a way that was,
her racial bias is not based on what she did with on that show. Her
Mhm.
racial bias to me is what she did in the past. I've heard her call people Jewish epithets, wrong names. I've
Oh yeah, oh
and
yeah,
throw pumpkins. So her racial ability is already standard. I know she has the power to be a racist. That's it.
oh
So
yeah,
it's not. It doesn't have to be to blacks. It doesn't have to be to anybody. I know that she has the ability to be racist.
oh absolutely. You know what I think it is? you know how one day you can explain something and you explain it perfectly well and fine, and then the very next day you're asked to explain the same thing, and it doesn't land, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse, and then her true colors start to come out. Because normally what happens is if you let someone talk long enough, they'll show you exactly who they are. So I think the day before, she had like a preset little thing, like, this is what you're gonna say. Don't read it on the card, but kind of make it your own. But these are the points you need to hit, right? And then the next day, when they were talking about it again, she got so flustered she couldn't remember the talking points from the card from the day before, and she just continued to talk herself into a hole that showed you who she really was. So I was like, "Ooh, for Sharon, yes, her, Ozzy
I'm
have
trying to
said and done some terrible things. They are
I'm trying to figure
terrible
out the
human
ones
beings."
that I would say, because I don't want to incriminate myself or anybody else, but the same people that do my video, my videography is the same people that take Vivica Fox's pictures. And so we have a shit. How should I say this? Okay, we have a thinking in common. We have something in common.
Hmm.
Um, we film together and we work with the same people, and that's about it. But I would know one thing here because personal her what she does as the character archetype, and when she like talks to people, she is that person, but she's not gonna do what Sharon Osbourne did. With like, we can go, okay, I'm gonna say this, like I'm not gonna call people crackers and Jews and so on and so forth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
think
let me say this.
there, there's a lot there's what the word I'm looking for is there's some sort of tact or class you need to have with, you know what I'm saying, before you go to those points of the racial
No, no, I agree. So, and that's why I say, if you like what Lisa Ray said was not, how can I say it? Um, they the guy said, the things about the different women and comparing them to toast and how light and dark the toast is and all of that. And, how light or dark he would go on the scale of skin tone and toast, which is terrible for him. All Lisa said was, "Oh, well, that's his opinion. He can have his own opinion about what he wants to do," which is why I say I think Lisa was playing into this narrative for the show, and they kind of keep it going so that they could get people to watch the show. Because, not to be honest,
you're
their
right.
ratings is though their numbers are not that high. Like, let's be honest. When you look at it, I mean, Tasha K like outranks them in numbers when she does like a live video. Their numbers on the show
But
are not super high,
they're not
but
super low either. They're
all
not
right,
super
let's
high,
say
they're not
this
super low.
for
But
Lisa
when we have
Ray and
conversations like this,
Vivica, like, because what the other Selena Johnson was on, what she was on Sister Circle, right? Because I know she sung before, but I think she was on Sister Circle. But I also think that when you look at the caliber of their body of work as stars, right? Because they are all stars in their own right for the different things that they've done. The numbers that they bring in on their own without any of the controversy is not super high. But as soon as something happens and it gets super high, like as soon as they do clips like this, their numbers jump and skyrocket. And then if you notice, like her Claudia's net show, she talks about the same thing that they talked about there to get those people involved in coming. So, which is why to me, I think they do this as not a publicity stunt, but everybody has to take a turn being the fall guy so we can get our numbers up. Cause
but my ninja, like what you said, okay, only person that needs the publicity is Claudia. Everybody has a sustainable background. So you can go Vivica. You can go Lisa. You can go. Everybody has a sustainable background. Cole, she's the only one that has nothing. She's a celebrity, an infamous celebrity, if I would say that. Claudia is.
Yeah.
She has
So,
no. She has no profession.
mhm.
Sure.
so my thing about this is, yes, I could think Lisa Ray could be trolling and trying to give people the reaction and stuff like that, or I could feel like she does have that type of mentality that she don't think it was nothing wrong with what he was saying, because the toaster, you can have a preference because she said that it's his opinion, but that's his preference. I said you have a preference, but why you need to degrade the black race
Mhm.
for toaster setting? Why you have to do that? You could have said I just
Oh,
like
absolutely.
women. Why you just can't say, oh, I like the 6 to 7, 5 to 6 rating when Hannah Berry level, but I don't like the 7 to 8 rating of Serena
Bro,
Williams. So you said
bro, who was her husband?
I don't remember. Who was her husband?
Okay, remember them people in Turks and Caicos. I like everybody to look like this, not like this.
Mm.
So remember, she was
So
a
I
little.
have to say, I believe Lisa Ray does think that was nothing wrong with what he was saying because she think that was preference. I said, you the preference, but you had to degrade a whole race because it's Toaster said it. That's the whole thing that they were trying to get her to understand. So there's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with having a preference, but why you got to say they got to be toast?
If you motherfuckers don't look up Turks and Caicos right now, let's punch everybody via through the phone. Turks and Caicos. They want black people to look like this and not like this. So look
Yeah.
up Turks and Caicos
Yeah.
and look at
Yeah.
her.
See, I think they're trolling. I do, cause like I'm looking at previous weeks. They were at like 11K for views, and this one is at like 87K. Like there is a huge vast difference in those numbers. They trolling. They looking to get them some ad revenue. They looking to get some money. They looking to get some people watching. She may truly believe it, but they like going out there and say it, girl. Say it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say it. Say that dumb thing to get people to come in and view. Because I'm like, the math, the math just has the math. And you can't tell me you went from getting 11K views the show before, and they show you at 87K. And if you look, every one of them that has like those controversial stories around them. The Little Nas X one that they did is at 58K. So everything that they can do that got some controversy is getting numbers. And y'all say what y'all
Bro,
want
I
to.
just said
But
that. I said
Vivica
that.
is a
I said
very
that.
smart businesswoman. Vivica be on all them holiday shows. She believes in getting that holiday coin. So you can't tell me she don't know how to market to get her stuff going. Because there's
Wait,
one week
wait,
that
wait.
she got
Okay, wait.
815 views.
You guys can look up the It's called the Anxiety Project. It was my friend freelances. I'll tag you and I'll put it in your Instagram is
Mm-hmm.
and Vivica was. I'll put it in your shit. Don't worry, bro. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Oh
that
yeah.
was that Lisa Ray and
Mm.
everything. So they could be doing that, and I say I like, but she would just be doing the most. All right, so we have movie talk to talk about the Mahalia thing that was happening this past weekend, and Tina Turner documentary. Maybe probably do one of them and probably save the other one for next time. So, oh, we can talk about both because I don't think it will be long. All right, so let's talk about the Tina Turner documentary because I don't know a lot of people learned about their storyline and still heard about it. But what about if y'all seen the movie? What thing that came out or jumped out to you when you were listening to the thing? For me personally, the thing I got most of it is like I didn't really know Tina Turner's life, but I know about the Ike Turner. He was abusive to her and all that stuff like that. And one thing that stood out is like when she was working with Ike, yes, she had that hit with the first song. He was good with the music and everything. But the Proud Mary song was maybe their biggest hit. And ever since then, they really had no hits from that since then. So I was like, okay, and that's a lot of times she had a newfound strength and she left them and then she became a bigger star on her own. But while she was with him, they really had a lot of hits. That was the major hit they had, the Proud Mary. So that was that. And the other thing is that I didn't know she got me married. I did not know that at all. I find out in this documentary she remarried and she's still married with this guy. And she rebranded herself. She did that. I know that a lot of people was not trying to deal with an older woman who's prime time, but I know she was rock and roll, and that's the thing she would stick with. And she was, the people were trying to get her to do other things. And also another thing that stood out is that what's love got to do with it? One of her biggest hit songs. She didn't care about that song. She did not like that song at all. She hated that song. It was a white people group that did it. They said no, you will be good. So they rearranged the song to make her voice that, and then after a while, she started liking it, and then she said, "Okay, she want people to know that's a Tina Turner song." Because I did not know it was given that song was given to someone else. And when they sung that song, I said, "Oh, that sounds terrible." No, Tina Turner was a good fit for that song because I didn't like it. So yeah, the Ike thing, yeah, it was very damaging how he was that. And another thing is that yeah, he was very abusive, but on television he was very shy. Behind the scene, he was very ravenous, all that's like that. So
He
that's
was. He
way.
was a bastard. He was a bastard to say the least. He was a bastard to say the least. For any
So that's
man
the
to
most
put
thing I got from that. And children. So anything else that popped up in that movie or documentary that y'all picked up that y'all didn't know? Mm-hmm.
I didn't
I
know
don't like.
how traumatic it was for her to always have to talk about her time
Yeah.
with Ike. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess it makes sense when you think about it, because you're asking someone all these questions about the person who abused or abused them
Oh,
for
yeah,
all this
going
time.
on her
So
face.
then to keep on having to talk about the same person over and over and over again, like I I I guess I never stopped to think about it, because for a while it was Ike and Tina, like that's what it was. Um, but then the fact that Tina was like, every time you have to do an interview, this is what they want to ask you, this is what,
Yeah, they
and
keep
you're
asking her that. I was
reliving,
warning too. I would say y'all better
you're
stop asking.
re- you're
Okay, wait,
reliving the worst part of your
wait,
life.
no. She did. It's like she like really like went through it. But my thing is like if I okay, not to be insensitive
Mm-hmm.
for everyone. Okay, if Ike was like how he was, she did a good makeup job with covering up the bruises.
Mm-hmm.
She covered up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
She looked lip, the eyes. She if he was because he was like putting hands on her, but she kept herself in her
Mm-hmm.
um composure. Do you remember the scene from the Ike and Tina Turner with her girlfriend? Can't think of her name right now, but with the cake scene was a real thing. Like here in Los Angeles, the restaurant is synonymous for that actually really happening. With the snatching of the cake, the anime, it's real. It really happened because you can speak to people that are older that actually seen it and witnessed it. Um, but again, like if to she had to cover some bruises. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you know.
Hmm.
And that's what
She had
I
to
know.
cover
But
some
I
bruises.
knew that she was going through all this until she came out, and
Yeah.
I could need to tell your story because, especially when she left, they had to tell a story. And since then, she could never escape the shadow of Ike. Even after that, when I learned about and even in the movie, and I said, I remember he left with nothing. She said the only thing she asked for was the name, and I said glad granted the name to her because she came something with that name. Because also another thing I didn't know that
But
he just gave her the
and
name out of the
all,
blue.
all
He just
she
didn't
wanted
ask
was the when she left, all she wanted was the
the
Tina
name.
Turner.
Yes, the name. She wanted
Just
the
name.
name,
She didn't want
and the name
nothing
that
else.
she didn't ask for. He just gave it to her, and they was like, okay, what was it? Because her name was Anime Bullock. What Tina Turner came from? He just gave her the name, and that's it, and just ran with it. And the fact, like Tracy said, the fact that they keep reminding her, even after she wrote it in the book, even after they did the movie, even with the movie, they kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. So she said after a while, she said, you know what? I'm done with this music and stuff like that. And she living her life with her husband now, Edwin. Yes, the billionaire. His name is Edwin. That's like that. She's good.
Comfortable. She's comfortable. She's
Yep.
comfortable.
Yep.
Comfortable.
Anything else, Tracy?
She's
And
worried.
about this movie?
Oh, I liked it. I like Tina. I am definitely in one of those things where I was like, man, I've read her book before. I mean, I don't know anybody who hasn't seen What's Love Got to Do with It. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna, watch this and kind of see it from another perspective, which is always nice. So I like it.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Yeah, I say it was much. I said I got some new bit of information about it because I didn't know like all that I heard about the Ike thing, but it was good that she rebranded herself and became this icon and all that stuff like that, and then she stuck to her rock and roll because they were trying to change her style, and she said no, that's not what it is. This is my voice. This is it. I'm doing this rock and roll, and
I'm
she
going to rock and roll. And
yeah.
remember, she said, "I'm going to be the first Black woman
Mm-hmm.
to
The headline, yeah.
rock and roll, to be rock and roll," and she completely did that.
Mm-hmm.
She completely did that. And okay, this is my sidebar. You can see where Beyonce is going and where Tina is her mom. Beyonce is going to go rock and roll her next album. I bet you 25 cents because she based everything off of Tina Turner. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but she is.
I mean, she just changed up her style. I mean, the way how she used to be mostly, she has been mostly R&B in the beginning, but then she changed her style of
Yeah,
singing throughout the years. So.
it's a growth process. You know what I'm saying? You got to be
Mhm.
brave enough. But that's just my opinion. Don't count me out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Whatever album should come
But
up next, that's what
if
it
you
is.
look at Beyonce's transition, I believe her next album is going to be rock and roll.
I mean, she has the energy, so I hope she does it. It's like that.
Look, Tracy thinking over there. Stop thinking, Tracy.
No, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more of like a pop rock album, but I can see it. Pop
Yeah,
rock.
pop,
I could see it. I couldn't see her going full rock and roll,
full rock and roll.
but I could definitely see her doing the pop rock circuit. I could
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
absolutely.
pop rock, okay, pop rock and roll is this thing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's a
and
transition.
because it's gonna be that progression. Because you have to think if she goes from being R&B and hip hop to rock, it will she'll also be a lot of who her core audience is and her brand is. So,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be that evolution to take you from here to there. Most artists don't just, switch on a dime and go so
They just don't
far
like.
over.
Yeah,
So,
you're
yeah,
right. They
so
don't.
it's going to be pop rock and then rock. Because even when she was doing that country stuff, she went lightly into country, like right there with the
See,
Dixie Chick, like right
that's why
light
I'm coming
into it.
from. You know, when she was doing the country,
Hmm.
you already pegged.
Yep. So
She was
she
doing
so
the
she
country
gonna
stuff.
do. I could see a pop rock. I could see that. And then probably on the album she'll have like two or three just full rock songs, and then the rest of them pop rock. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then one hip hop song just to throw it in for the girls. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
like,
I could see it. I could
okay,
see it.
see, okay. Oh, see, this is we about to get into the physiological of it. You know what I'm saying? The
I
whole
could see it.
tempo.
Yeah, I could see her doing it.
So, what was her pop rock song?
Oh,
Beyonce's. What was her pop rock song that
I
she
don't
was?
know. I'm not a Beyonce fan, like at all.
I don't remember. Let me
You
see.
say you say at all, bro?
Not at
Come
all.
on now.
Not at all. Like on a scale of 1 to 10,
I'm a fan of
I would say a
Beyonce, but
two.
she has some pop rock influences. But let me see.
She did.
Yeah. I mean, I think her last album has a couple of things that was pop rock. Like I said, what was it? What's the name of the song? I can't remember that name of the song. I don't know. It has a pop rock thing, especially when she sung it live. It has a little bit of it. I was it it's
Because
a
it was her
limit.
screaming with the guitar song. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what the hell is that song called?
She said screaming with the guitar song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I say
all right, listen. I'm gonna say it right now. And all y'all Beyonce fans gonna be mad. The heifer can't really sing that great. She is a phenomenal performer. I'll give her that. But her voice is not that damn great.
I cannot remember
I
that
could
song that
list you 20 women who sing better than Beyonce. They may not look better than Beyonce. They don't perform better than Beyonce, but they sing better than Beyonce. As in, let's try this again. Y'all ain't gonna sit here and tell me that no, I'm gonna need y'all to go
they call it
back,
Lingo
like
Wrong.
all the way back. The hell y'all preaching? She don't
I'm not
she
okay.
don't
Okay,
sing.
okay. I agree with you. I agree with you. I've heard people that
Like she
sing
can't
better than her.
sing.
Heard voices better than her.
But she's a great.
I've
But that's
heard
no different
voices
than
better than
Madonna.
her.
Madonna ain't great, but I mean she's an icon.
Madonna is
Madonna,
not fucking bomb.
exactly. But she's an icon. You can't knock that from her. Madonna is an icon. I mean, she is what she is. She an icon. D- Yeah,
Okay, all right.
she got
Madonna
it.
does not.
She ain't that great.
But well, okay, sis. Okay, Madonna does not have the legs of Diana Ross. Beyonce has the legs of Diana Ross.
Mhm.
I
Madonna
mean,
is
listen.
gonna
I didn't say.
fade out.
Listen, I didn't say
Beyonce is gonna
Madonna sounded. Madonna sounds like a cat scratching on nails, like on chalkboard to me. She don't. She just sounds like her to me. But who am I to judge? I also can't take away, her body of work and what she's done for the music industry. I mean, shoot, she was a whole vibe. I mean, shoot, she was voguing when voguing was cool. You gotta give Madonna. She was half naked and doing her thing. You gotta give it to her. I can't knock what nobody has done that has truly been innovative ahead of their time.
Yeah.
I just look, girl,
She is
go
icon
ahead,
of
give
her
it
own
to you.
right. Whether we think she
okay,
can sing,
Shoot,
or
okay,
her pointy
okay,
nipples.
okay.
What
Try
I
to make
do?
you
Her pointy nipples. She was like pew pew bitch, pew pew. I give it to Madonna. That's just what it is. Just, okay.
I'm like, yeah, we have one more song.
Yeah, I'm like I lost some words. Go ahead, Mizzle, handle that. Go ahead.
So we got one more thing to talk about. Mahalia on Lifetime. This past Saturday. I watched it last night. Mahalia was a good movie. It's like sometimes Lifetime get a hit and misses with their movies. Like the Clark Sister was good. This movie was good. So some movies they do well, and some movies they flop. Everything. And this was another good movie that was well because the acting was good, the singing was nice. I didn't know much about who she is, so I like to hear some unsung heroes storylines like that. The thing that was most stood out to me, and we'll talk about a little bit about the movie, stood out to me is that the famous "I Have a Dream" speech with Martin Luther King. They was good friends, and we don't know. It was very interesting that we find out that the person who really put the battery in his back to even give that speech was Mahalia Jackson. She said, "Tell about the dream, Martin. Tell about the dream," because that looked like he was going on that speech about to have a paper, something else. And when she told him that, he threw that paper away and just started with the dream, something that we learned by school and all that stuff like that. So that was something that stood out because I didn't know she was even part of the civil rights movement, and she was part of the civil rights movement as well, and singing and using her voice to spread the word and everything. So it was very interesting that her and Martin Luther King had a good relationship. And to that, Mahalia herself, she was trying to be a perfectionist, and even herself wasn't to perfection. So she was demanding too much of other people, and she was probably not listening to the word that she was giving out. So that was a bigger flaw that she had during this movie, that she wanted the most respect and everything. And another touching thing about the movie that I'll give it to y'all was that she wanted so bad to have a family and stuff like that, but she got sick and she couldn't have kids and all that stuff because they took her insides out. And I was confused. The boy that she took in and when he was younger, that was the same boy old enough. And I said, that's the same boy. I said, oh, he really got light skin. So I was like, that was nice because that was like her son, even though she couldn't really have a biology to have a son on her own. Mm-hmm.
One point, out of respect for her, just the enunciation, it's Mahalia, and
Mahalia.
Mahalia, and it comes from the Eritrean side of Mayat. So you enunciate her name like Mo, like Monique or something like that.
Okay, Mahalia.
Yeah, there you go. See, exactly. You said it perfectly right there. Ah.
You say Mahalia, that's what I say.
Like Mahalia,
You,
yeah. It comes
you
from
know what?
Well, so
and it
what else
comes
you
from
got about the movie?
So did she get with Dr. Martin Luther King?
Did I don't know. They did together. I think they was good friends. I think they was good friends. That's all I know.
Okay.
You didn't see the flirt. You didn't see
Wait,
the flirt
bro,
scene.
who slept
Okay,
with Martin Luther King? Was it Aretha or was it her?
I mean, they was good friends.
Well, who was it? Was
Listen.
it Aretha or was it her? Because somebody slept with Martin Luther King,
Look here,
and we know he
cause
was a hoe.
cause
Yeah.
when Dr. King died, he had condoms and stuff in his, so we know he was getting it in. So let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, you know
I
your
done been
boy
to
was
the Black
getting
History Museum. I done seen the thing where they done put in the shrine all the stuff he had in his room. He had old school Viagra and condoms. He was getting in. Okay, married or not married, he was getting in. And
Martin
then, you
Luther
know,
King
back
was
in the
getting
days,
it
it was
in.
the massaging of the hand that let you knew that they was feeling you, because you know that's old.
they
Wait,
was
Tracy, look at my hands. Tracy, look.
Hands.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
oh my
let me
gosh,
see where
you
you at.
a woman of God. Is that what you doing?
Welcome back, Monkey
I mean,
Mama. We talk about
he
Mahalia
a
now.
look. He a doctor. He a pastor. You like you a pastor? I mean, I'm
Wait,
just
Tracy, that mustache. Shut up.
listen.
Shut up.
What?
Oh yeah, he was. Yes, he was
I
giving
was
daddy.
looking.
Oh,
Listen, I was looking at
Martin like that.
Mahalia like Mahalia.
Wait, look at
Did you
everybody
get where was
commenting.
y'all flirting? Like, help me to understand, cause I sure was looking like. You flirting with Dr. King? Like, what's this about? Like what type of what y'all
Yes,
got going on? I see
yes,
the little hand
yes.
thing, and then he put his hand on the other hand,
And
and
then
I
he
think
like
what
rolled
got
and he
me was
rolled it
when he
like
ate the
that. He
pie.
rolled it.
When he ate the pie, he was like, "Ooh, oh, she could cook." I was like, "Ooh, was that?" I,
I don't,
don't mind me. I'm probably all the way wrong, and I'm off.
Tracy. If we
But
was born in that generation, we would have been hoes.
shit, if you'd have met me like 10 years ago, I would have been a hoe. But I mean, it's just when you meet people. I mean, shoot. I done learned some things about Mizzle being on these lives that I never thought I would learn. I was like, you did what?
Shit.
You did
Nigga,
what?
if I was born in 1962,
They was trying
60s,
to kill you.
70s, I'd be like, I would. Shit.
Look, I've learned there's things about me where I was born in the correct decade that I was supposed to be born in, because I wouldn't have survived some other times. The Jim Crow wouldn't have been my friend. So,
Okay, I'm about to have a
so
quick
look, some things I'm
yeah.
just born when I was supposed to be born. But all I'm simply saying was, when I was watching Mahalia and I seen the hand thing, I was like,
Bro.
and since I already knew that Dr. King used to get it in, I was like,
Yeah. You see that hand roll? You see that
it
hand
was the
roll?
hand. It
You
was the
see that
hand. I was like,
like that.
oh,
Hold it like
are they
that.
trying to insinuate? Is that what happened? Is that what was going on?
I
Like,
don't know. It was enough that get him to tell him to say his speech because he was not going to say that speech. So he said, "Tell about the dream, Martin. Tell about the."
look, how did she know about the dream? See, it was that pillow
He
talk.
told her. He told her. He told
It was
about the
that
dream.
pillow talk. That was
What
that pillow talk.
exactly?
Y'all.
He told
That's
about the dream.
that's called
Tell
an
about the
intimate
dream.
situation, my nigga. That's an intimate situation.
Exactly. That was that pillow talk. Shoot, you don't learn nothing till you pillow talk. When you pillow talk, you learn all the good stuff. So that's what that
Who
was.
you talking
You
about?
know,
What you talking
devil
about?
is a lie. Listen, Mahalia probably was a perfectly God-fearing woman who would never sleep with a married man. That's so terrible of me to say. I, my bad. I apologize. That's so
She
wrong.
accidentally slept with the married man named Martin Luther King.
I know.
I mean,
You don't know.
shoot,
Yeah.
you call look,
She accidentally
doctor.
slept with the nigga.
Look, Doctor
You know,
Martin Luther
anyway,
King.
you know why? Okay. Well, let me lower my voice because that nigga got a big forehead and he got a big nose, so you know he got a wide.
Yeah, I know.
I am
To the corner.
lying, bro.
I think what I did learn. Oh, y'all go to the corner.
Big forehead, wide nose, and that's how he was catching them all. He was catching Pokemon.
So Tracy, what else you learned about the movie?
Um, I love that she stuck to
She's thinking
who
about
she
Marvel
was.
and Kid's forehead and nose. That's what she she's like trying to figure it
Oh,
out.
listen, no, I love that she stuck to her true beliefs on. I don't want to sing blues. I want
Mhm.
to
Yes.
sing for the Lord. I want to sing gospel. I want to keep going. You know, this is what it is, and it makes sense to think like the blues are the worst of us, the saddest, the hardest time. You have to think she was also out around kind of the same time as like Billie Holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and her and Strange Fruit and all those kind of things. So those songs were very deep into the struggle and kind of things, the blues and things that was going on. So I definitely appreciate her sticking to it, and no matter what it was that they were trying to get her to do, she always went back to
Yeah, gospel. Yeah.
this is I'm not doing anything else but this, which is beautiful. I mean, she got it. She she had the willpower like I could never imagine. Cause I couldn't imagine being not having nothing, and then I'm telling you, you can get $100 a week just to sing this song.
But you
And the
said
way
it
they
right
made
there. You
$100
said the
sound,
willpower. You
yeah,
said it right there. You already said it. The
yeah,
willpower. They have
the
to
way
Yeah.
they
handle.
made that $100 a week sound,
Yeah, they had to
like
handle
she
it.
was making bank.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that line. She told that lady, she said, "What nigga don't know anything about blues? I'm gonna stick with what I'm going to do, gospel. It's all better by my pain. We all know the pain. I don't want to sing the pain. We all have it in us. So let's do it further and do gospel." And she stuck to it because she became a very big influence in gospel now. It's like that, and her music has been flowing on. So I
In
was
fact,
like,
she had them people there all night to record a song and didn't start recording it till 8 o'clock in the morning. Had them working
oh
all night.
yeah,
I was like, yeah, no, me and her would have had an issue. Like,
No, you can't have issues. Shit, be my recording ass over here. We got issues, bro. It's
yeah.
a
So
long time to record.
yeah. And at first I didn't really like it. Good that she came around in the end, but how she treated Mildred, I was like, and then also Mildred didn't discuss that she had arthritis because she was playing too much, everything. But I was like, damn, Mahalia, you was too much into yourself and not even acknowledge the person who was making good music with you, and it was
mm,
just voice. She was making a good piano stuff like that, and you was not acknowledging that and everything, and to the end. So she had to realize and say, you know what, I was being a big fool and just thinking about myself and everything else because she had lost the way.
They
She
were
said
they
she
were
won.
they were
Huh?
very foolish, Mizzle. They were very foolish, but like when I look at my grandma and Mahalia and those people of those eras, they had to like do more shit than we would ever think of. They had to be like 10 toes to the pavement. They was racism, misogyny, everything in between. So they had to deal with a lot more than what we look at, you know what I'm
mm,
saying, from
Mm-hmm.
our perspective. And we can't imagine it because we were there. So Mahalia trying to get her voice out, you know what I'm saying, and every trying to be strong and shit, but a you was a black bitch, a wench, or whatever the fuck you was, you know what I'm saying, here the world that you couldn't, and she was pushing over that. She was fighting everything that was already put on her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to look at them and their strength. You know what I'm saying? They weren't weak. They were stronger than us. What the fuck you mean, bro?
yeah. I mean, because definitely, I mean, that gas station scene just really put into perspective kind of what
Yeah.
not that they used to go through. Because I mean, shoot, they're I grew up in New York. My grandparents lived in Mobile, Alabama. So we would drive to Alabama, like, and that's where I would spend my summers. I would spend my summers in Alabama. So I remember driving there, and there were towns that literally said, "It are not allowed here after dark. We better not catch you." Like, and that was true, like 100%. It was
Thank
like,
you,
"Oh no,
Renee.
we get gas before, we get gas after, we do whatever, but we
Come on,
don't go through these specific places." Or if we knew it was getting dark and we would have to drive through there, they would just get a hotel and be like, no, we'll just drive there in the morning. Like they wouldn't do
Hey,
that.
sis, what you doing?
So I couldn't imagine driving, and that was, shoot, I'm not that old, so I couldn't
What is it
imagine
called? It's called
driving.
Sundown Town. That's what
Yeah,
it's called.
sundown towns.
Yeah,
Sundown
Yeah, but
Town.
so
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, what she would have to go through, in the 50s and the 60s, if that's what we were going through in the 2000s. Like, that is
ain't
just,
what's going
you
on?
know what I mean? So it was 10 times worse
And another
for
and
her.
another if you imagine being someone of that celebrity status of that time, but they're
Mm,
still you go through the back door, you gotta go to the side
Hmm.
door, but
yeah,
everybody can hear your voice. They want to hear your melody. And but they're telling you no, you're not allowed over here. You're not but all you motherfuckers is listening to me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
yeah, yeah. So I do understand. Yeah, she went through a lot. She definitely went through a lot, and with especially with the outside external forces. But my point was her internal people that she was riding with her throughout this journey. She was overlooking them and thinking that it was all about herself, a perfectionist. She was mainly a perfectionist that demanded perfection of everybody else, but they realized that the thing, God that she was praying to, she's not receiving the word back and not living up to what she was praying to. So she said, "Oh God, this, that," and they had to realize that people had to come to the end. She learned that, and when she got close to the end, when she's lost live and she couldn't have kids, and people had to tell her this was going on. She divorced twice, and then she realized, you know what? Yes, I lost my way. And then Dr. King died and all like that. So she had to come to realization that it is more than just herself.
My
And
nigga. Okay, but no, like, okay, Martin Luther King came up with James Baldwin, Bayard Rustin, uh Sebastian Nolapart. So just imagine all those people strong in your crew, like rolling with. You know what I'm saying? And they went through all that civil rights action.
yeah, we all got that. I understand
Yeah,
that.
they had to fight through that whole civil rights action, and then Mahalia, and then everybody, Aretha, everyone in
Thank you.
between. You
Thank
know,
you,
so
ladies.
they were strong as a motherfucker.
Yeah, they were strong. They were strong as a collective and in a time period. Nobody knocking that. They are strong. My thing is a character growth within herself, her journey that she had to go through, on top of battling the outside forces, but at the same time, but her internal growth that she had to learn that it wasn't just about herself; it's a whole collective. So it
But you
was,
see, even when Mildred said, like, the way you dumb yourself down for him,
mm,
the way
yeah,
the way you change yourself so much for
hmm,
him. So
yeah,
it was multiple struggles, because then you have the struggle of the black woman of you always have to be strong, and then
yes,
the Christian part of you, which is I strive for perfection,
yes,
because perfection, as perfect as you can, is Christ-like, so it's like, oh, we need to be perfect, we need to be these perfect things, and
The
then
way
in
people
addition to
were.
that is I'm still a woman, so
three,
I humble myself to my husband or whoever I'm with, to like light and dim my light for the person who I'm with. Then
Oh,
she can't
that's
have
so
kids.
yeah,
you
yeah.
get
She
So
went through.
the biggest part of, like,
deeper.
what makes
Yeah,
me a woman is was always that really is what people have been told about,
Mhm.
women.
being a woman is your ability to have kids.
Kids,
And
yeah,
when you no longer have that, by not by your own choice, but something that is completely outside of your control. So it was just something on top of something on top of something. So the mixture that she has going on in her life, and then the fact that she didn't really have her mom, her mom, she didn't have her mom. She had the aunt. The aunt was super religious and very, very strict. So she had all of these elements
hmm,
playing inside of her to create the person that she was. And the fact that she was so striving for everything to be perfect, she couldn't
hmm,
acknowledge her own flaws, so she's too
yeah.
busy
what I'm saying.
looking out at everyone else's. Like, I need to look out at you and what you're doing to get you to be perfect because this is what I know and this is what's gonna do this. And she
Mm-hmm.
lost her own way in trying to push these things onto other people. And she was super selfish. Like, the lady messing up playing, you didn't ask her, you didn't know the lady was married, you didn't know she was getting a divorce, you didn't know not damn thing about the lady, and she done played with you about 10, 15 years. And I also think that Mildred was very afraid too, because she said, like, you would drop piano players like flies. You would just get rid of people. You wanted this perfection. You didn't want nothing getting in the way of the craft that so a part of Mildred was, I can't say anything to her because she'll dump me. Like, she'll dump me. And the way she did her and that money, that reminded me of Salt and Pepper right there. I was like, oh, she did her dirty with
Yeah,
that
she
money
was
though.
being
Yep,
under.
your prices kept going up, but you only paid her to bear. Oh, you wrong for that. You wrong.
Yeah. So Mahalia went through a lot. She did, and I very admire her strength that she went through. At the same time, all the strength that she had some flaws, and that like Tracy
Mm-hmm.
said, she was looking into it. It's like that, and it took growth towards the end of the movie. That's why I like the growth that she was getting at, and it took little struggles for her, hardship for her to even understand and learn that. So I appreciate everything. I really enjoyed the movie. It was really good. It was really good. And Daniel Brooks, she did a good job personifying Mahalia Jackson. So I loved it. Any last minute thoughts on the movie, y'all?
I'm just trying to shut the fuck up because y'all keep talking about Mahalia and it's reminding me of my grandma.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I think okay, just reference in grandma was born in 1934.
Mhm.
Your grandma was born in 1934?
Yes,
My
but
dad was born in 1933.
we have to understand the shit that they survived
Yes.
Yeah.
through. And that's why I'm like, I just took my voice back and was listening to you guys speak because I can't identify with the actuality, what they went through walking the streets. And what
Mm-hmm.
my grandma gave me was my ability to walk the streets. So I'm able to walk around in my comfort right now in these 2000s
Mm-hmm.
um, time frame. But in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the difference in and giving reference to what you said with Mahalia and everyone else in between. Um, and I'm just thinking and absorbing what you were saying, but
Yeah.
I the reflection of my grandma is why I'm so strong and forward with what I want to say, and I hold no apologies on how I speak.
Mm-hmm.
And even when, we'll get everything together, what I'm saying? My nose is up in the air. Yes, I'm persnickety. Yes, I speak like this. My camera will get better and everything like that. Everything. And like Mahalia, like my grandma named Leona, it would just be better because I am from a strong black woman. I'm not from no weak cabbage tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's great.
And
We all have to give it to the people who paid the way for us. We cannot knock that at all. We can't. We can't take that away from them at all. It's like that. Um, like I said, if y'all did not watch Mahalia Jackson, it was a great movie. Watch it on Lifetime, y'all. They give you some stuff about the civil rights movements and how she paved the way, how she stood her ground, and they could easily change her. She could have easily changed who she was, and she did not do that. And she stuck like that. Yeah, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. It's like that. So I know it's getting really late, but I really appreciate everyone who has been sticking with me this live. It was nice. I enjoyed Tracy. Thank you. I enjoyed Sunil, bro. everything, y'all commentary in the chat. We had a good time tonight. Talking about everybody. Live again on Sunday, and we will talk about a couple other things too, because there were some things that I didn't mention on this one, and we will talk about it later. But I love every one of y'all. Appreciate that. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourself. Get off to work in the morning. Don't sleep too late, y'all. Gonna miss y'all work time.
Wait, hold on. What's the next live about? What are you? You normally tell us what we gonna be doing.
Oh yeah, yes. Thank you, Tracy. So next Monday we'll be live, and we're gonna talk about why people equate entertainers as role models. That will be a serious topic to say, because people automatically, when you become an entertainer celebrity, people automatically think that you gotta be a set example for everyone you put a pedestal. So why do we feel that way? Where that came from? How that started? Why is that like that? Why celebrities cannot be themselves and not worry about other people and make decisions of their own artistry? They have to think about all these people who look up to them. So we'll talk about that next Monday. And on Sunday we will have a couple of topics. We might talk about Married at First Sight. We might talk about Ready to Love again. And
Miz, take notes like Auntie Momo. So send me the how you want the rundown to go.
The rundown, yeah.
So when we come back up, I could be on. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna try to go on Google and try to find things online and see if we could find an article like the last time, because we wrecked that article last time. We told that dude a bunch of bull, so we try to see if we can find another one. All right. It's 11:22. I know it's 10 o'clock, so I know some people y'all might still be up. It's like that. But
it's 8:22 here. I'm good. I'm about to go.
Yeah, you good. You like it's like 6 or 7 around your time or something like that. What time is your time?
8:22 right now, bro.
It's still good. You still gonna have a little time. Once a month will be in that down. But I appreciate that. I love the thing. Auntie Momo, CM, Tequila, Alex. My sis, Wanda came in, and my niece, came in.
Wait, can I say this?
Yes.
I want to say thank you to all my sisters, Auntie Momo, everybody that reached out to me this weekend that was calling me. We haven't exchanged numbers in like a long time.
Oh yeah, I got my number in the chat so we could change numbers.
Numbers. I appreciate y'all calling me and looking out for me, because I was,
Oh, to call this 8:22 your time. See, you still got time. It's like that. Well, I appreciate everyone. You have a good night. Have a safe week. See y'all again on Sunday and also next Monday. And let's jump with it. And we will go back in our panel on Sunday, y'all, because we miss y'all. So we have a lot to talk about. All right. Love y'all. Good night. And then we put up the outro. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, bro. All right. Let's go there.
Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you.
Good night, y'all. Wow. All right.